NBC World Series over the years.
One of the things that you see about the NBC teams, no matter where they happen to come from, there is always some form of family that's involved. And with Hattiesburg, we'll get into this a little bit more, but it's truly a family affair. We're getting the final notes taken down front, and lineups have been exchanged. Everybody's got the ground rules. We're about ready for the presentation of our colors, and we'll get to that here in just a couple of moments. So if we're ready, we could go ahead and get to starting lineups here in just a couple of seconds. We'll get to a quick break and kind of get everything set. So as we get ready to roll from Lawrence Dumont Stadium, it's day number 4 of the 83rd NBC World Series, powered by our friends at West Star Energy. Thank you very much for making all of that happen, and for all of our sponsors who have made these nights spectacular.
Thank the good Lord, the cold front moved in. It's now 94 degrees at 7:21, about 10 minutes away. So it's going to be a pleasant evening out here. Not the old 100-degree temperatures we're used to, but it's still over 100 degrees on the field.
Have you calculated wind chill yet tonight?
No, not wind chill. And Warren Hardy gives me crap all the time about giving the Merrill Teller update, so I'll stop now.
All righty then. We'll take a quick break here, and we will be back. The 83rd NBC World Series, night number 4, is about to get underway. The Great Bend Batcats and the Hattiesburg Blacksox from Lawrence Dumont Stadium on the Big Talker, 1480 and 102.5 KQAM.
Hello, everyone. This is the X-Man, Xavier McDaniel. I always played on a winning team, whether it was with the Shockers or in the NBA. When I look for a winning team in the insurance business, hands down, it's Bill Malls, Allstate Insurance Agency. With over 30 years of providing insurance coverage in the Wichita area, this is a slam dunk, in my opinion, of who I want on my insurance team. Give them a call today at 316-773-9864. And tell them the X-Man sent you.
I guess I should straighten out.
With over 20 years of tire and wheel experience, Wichita Tire and Alignment offers name brand tires, wheels, and auto repair services, including alignments, balancing, brakes, struts, and shock absorber work. Great customer service and great prices are our highest priority. We employ a well-trained staff specializing in the sale and installation of passenger car, performance and light truck, or SUV tires. Special tire size requests are welcome. Call us at 522-2919 or visit us at 4460 South Seneca in Wichita. We are Wichita's full-service tire center. Call Chris at Wichita Tire and Alignment. Are you having trouble getting your crop out of the field due to the wet conditions? Susie Track Systems for your combine has state-of-the-art technology. Our rubber track systems places very little stress on the ground, even in extreme conditions created by muddy or wet soil, which significantly reduces soil compaction. Outstanding traction removes wheel slippage, which prevents your machine from bogging down, fuel wastage, lost time, and surface correction, which equals money wasted. Susie International has 48 years experience in the track business, and Preferred Equipment has 15 years in the ag track business. If you are interested in this kind of time, money, and field savings that we are offering with our track systems, then call Don at 620-899-8380 or 620-585-2208. Also ask about our lease options. That's Susie Track Systems. Give us a call today. With over 20 years of tire and wheel experience, Wichita Tire and Alignment offers name brand tires, wheels, and auto repair services, including alignments, balancing, brakes, struts, and shock absorber work. Great customer service and great prices are our highest priority. We employ a well-trained staff specializing in the sale and installation of passenger car, performance and light truck, or SUV tires. Special tire size requests are welcome. Call us at 522-2919 or visit us at 4460 South Seneca in Wichita. We are Wichita's full-service tire center. Call Chris at Wichita Tire and Alignment.
Jesse Soria, the owner of Cholitas Mexican Restaurant. Jesse, what is the magic of Cholitas?
I believe it's been our consistency. We've been able to provide a quality product by making our foods fresh daily. Our cooks come in and they start with the sauces, the chips. We make everything there. We have really good customer service. It's just overall quality.
Open 6 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Cholitas Mexican Restaurant inside West Link Shopping Center at Central and Tyler. Make sure your vehicle's AC is just right with a free Freon level check now at Just Right Auto Repair. They'll make sure your Freon's good to go at no charge with the purchase of any other service. Oil change, tire rotation, radiator flush, just whatever's covered. And they'll throw in the AC Freon check free. Bob Schaefer and the boys at Just Right Auto Repair, just west of West Street on the north side of Central, know that riding around in that vehicle with a malfunctioning air conditioner can make your attitude not quite just right. Just Right Auto Repair, 942-4747, 942-4747.
The 83rd NBC World Series live from Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Brad Streeter, Scott Stiles, as we get things set. The defense about ready to roll out for the Great Bend Batcats, but first let's get that starting lineup, Scotty, for Hattiesburg.
For Hattiesburg, they're 1-0 in pool play right now. At center fielder, number 2, batting leadoff is Trey Jones. Batting second, the left fielder, number 6, Marcus Reagan. Batting third, the shortstop, number 5, Bo Wallace. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 28, Eric Wilkes. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 1, Terrell Hodges. And the DH for the Blacksox, he'll be batting sixth, number 9, that's Caleb Danzy. The third baseman will be batting seventh, that's number 12, Jalen Williams. The catcher, Craig Garner, he's wearing number 23, he'll bat eighth. And batting last, the second baseman, Josh Parks. Bradley?
Thank you very much, Scotty. Getting the defense set for Great Bend. Looking at where everything is set as far as what we've got right around the infield. First base, Romero. Barnes at shortstop. We've got Sims at second base. Barnes at shortstop. It's Sims. Pomeroy at third base. Asher behind the plate. Out to left, Bartlett. Zuniga in center. And Wilkerson will be in right field. Your designated hitter, who obviously is going to be hanging out for just a little while, Fontenot. We'll get more details on him here in just a little bit. And on the mound tonight, getting everything started, your starting pitcher for the Great Bend Batcats, left-hander Jared Seaton. About ready to get everything set. And
both teams 1-0 in pool play, Brad. So this the winner should be able to move on to championship week. The loser will have to battle probably one more game to get in.
Getting everything started is going to be the leadoff hitter for Hattiesburg, the center fielder, Trey Jones. 3 at bats so far in the NBC. First pitch. And from Jared Seaton for a strike.
That's the way you want to start a game.
That's what I've always been told.
Nice breaking pitch.
Put that one right on the outside part of the plate and hung that one really hard right there.
I love the pitch clock. I love that. You know, it's already down to 15, and you catch it and throw it. You don't waste time. The batter didn't waste time. He gets in the box and should move the game along quite nicely.
0-2 to Jones. That one kind of sails up and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just underway, first inning. And Hattiesburg at the plate. Nice big swing and a whiff there from the left-hander. Ball bobbled back behind home plate by Asher. Bounces out in front of home, fires it down to first for the out. So 1 away for Hattiesburg. And that's going to bring up Marcus Reagan. Reagan, the left fielder, steps in from the right side, almost square with the plate.
No relation to Ronald Reagan.
0. He's missing an A.
That's why I guessed that one. I'm not the best colored man for nothing, buddy.
Very nice. Reagan stands in.
Actually, Shanny told me.
And the second pitch in, just missing outside from Seaton.
Love the new scoreboard and the way it's really propels itself out there in center field. You can really see it a lot better with the glare of the sun. No problems there. Right fielder will have a little problem with the sun later on this evening. We always see him battling those high fly balls, and then the sky changes as well this time of night. It's always a battle out in the right field as they throw another strike.
All right, now the count is sitting at 2-1. And for Reagan, he takes that one.
I'll tell you what, Jarrett Seaton for the Batcats for Great Bend is not messing around. I mean, he's getting the sign and he's shaking it. He's ready to rock and roll and doing a great job. Location great so far.
Taking a swipe over towards right field. Right-hander Reagan gets a little bit behind that pitch.
My lovely wife just texted me, said that the scoreboard's always been the same just since I got my eye surgery. I can see now. It's always nice to be loved.
3-2 count, and Reagan's going to bang that one through to right field between first and second. Take a turn there, and the left fielder Wilkerson fires it back in. So Reagan on board at first, and that's going to bring up Corrigan Bartlett.
You know, Reagan did a great job there with 2 strikes, just battling, and the pitch was the outside corner. And instead of trying to pull the ball, he did a great job, just punched it right through the hole between first and second and got on. Now we'll see with the lefty on Brad. It's a safe lead at first. We'll see how his pickoff move is. There it is. He got caught. He's out.
Nice moving, boy. You caught him leaning. Yeah, there's no review. Tag was just a little bit high, but a nice move.
Had him too.
Nice move from Seaton over there. Just working that right over. Reagan with a big lead. Seaton brings it home. Home plate umpire Greg Mudd with the strike call. Brian Solier and Clint Wheeler working the bases as well tonight. Greg Mudd behind home plate. And the 1 strike pitch from Seaton. Missing outside for ball 1. Count even at 1 apiece. And Reagan on at first base for the Blacksox. Still holding and not much of a lead over there, Scotty. No. I think that move early really kind of cut down about half a step for Reagan over at first.
It scared me. He's got a great move to first. But, Brad, if you notice right now, he's pitching him outside. And it's a great opportunity for to do what Reagan did because the first baseman's covering. He's got a great opportunity to punch it through, but we get a steal here.
Reagan got a great jump. Usually takes a little while to get everything measured with a left-hander up there, especially if they don't have too many moves to show you.
He went on first movement there and guessed right.
That was the way you used to run it, wasn't
it? Oh, absolutely. Lightning in a bottle, baby.
Wallace at the plate, the shortstop for the Hattiesburg Blacksox, really crowding the plate.
Great job by Brooks Asher there to block the ball and allow the runner to get to third. Good block by him.
2-2 the count with 1 out right now for Wallace. And Jared Seaton has trying to find his control and also spots on the outside part of the plate. The pitch.
Doing a lot. He's struggling a little more from the stretch than he did from the windup. I mean, so he's got a guy to be concerned about as well. So now he's taking a little longer. He got out of that rhythm, which is benefiting the Blacksox here at this at-bat.
It's kind of reaching out and Wallace popping that one straight up. Pitcher's going to take this one, which is kind of unique.
Yeah.
For 2 outs.
Realistically, that should have been the first baseman's ball, and he didn't move. And the pitcher took care of that. That brings 2 outs. And I'm telling you, I want to thank Chipotle for bringing the dinner up here tonight. And catering does a great job. Anthony Shannon ate yours, and man, was it good. So too bad you missed out on that. We'll bring you some chips back tomorrow. We'll leave them there for you tomorrow night.
Anthony Smith, our in-studio producer tonight. We appreciate your work. First baseman Hunter Romero. Well, that would be for the.
Yep.
That would be for Great Bend. How about we go with the first baseman Eric Wilkes for the Hattiesburg Blacksox.
So we got 1 strike already because they ran out of time. The batter wasn't ready. They already gave him a strike.
Ground ball to third, across the infield from Pomeroy. Nice play to end the inning. So at the end of the top of the first, 1 hit for the Blacksox. They couldn't manage to push anything across. 0-0. We head to the bottom, and the Great Bend Batcats are coming up.
For 6 generations, this land has provided for this Kansas farmer's family. Now it also provides affordable, clean energy for Kansas. Watch the full story at weststarenergy.com/clean energy.
make the most of every single moment. After the game, head to visitwichita.com for all there is to see and do.
Hey, sir,
Love you, Coach. Thank you.
Shortstop is Benjamin Sims. He'll bat second. Left fielder, number 14, Corrigan Bartlett. That's your top three coming up in this order. We'll get to the rest of the lineup later on.
Hattiesburg on defense. Left field, Reagan, Jones in center. Hodges in right field. Wilkes, Parks, Wallace, and Williams around the infield. Garner back behind the plate. And leadoff hitter for the Great Bend Batcats is Peyton Barnes, second baseman.
And just by looking at Peyton Barnes' stats, doing a great job. Average is 600. So slugging percentage 800 and 2 for 2 and stolen bases. So fleet of foot as well.
He's got the right colors in the event that Kansas City happens to be calling. In the event that they're still looking for somebody to work leadoff.
Well, after that tremendous trade they made the other day, why would they need anybody else?
Fouled off at the plate for Barnes. Count evens at 1-1. Ooh, and the pitch right inside, and that one stayed inside from Wes Wilkinson. Barnes not able to get out of the way of that one.
You know, Kevin Jinks, our buddy, is the head of this thing, and we need to tip our hat to Kevin on his foresight and what a great job he does. I know this is a stressful 2 weeks for him. I went down and visited with him earlier, and he's got 3 radios, 2 cell phones, and everything. So he's right at it.
For the Batcats, Benjamin Sims, KU Jayhawk shortstop, steps in from the left side. First pitch misses for a ball with Barnes off at second. Next pitch sails just a little bit high, a little bit too much gas on that one for ball 2.
Brad, to show you what kind of guy Peyton Barnes is, leadoff hitter, there's no dirt on this field except the pitcher's mound. And look how dirty his pants are.
Yeah, he's already gotten out there.
He's a dirt dog, man. He gets after it.
Next pitch from Sims is going to be fouled back and out of play. Strike one. Interesting with the white pants, it takes a little bit to get those things clean. It doesn't take very much to get them dirty.
No, you're exactly right.
Used to be that we'd have to take white pants to the car wash, get those things blasted so that you have a chance to get ready for the next game.
Exactly.
And they were always ready to be dried out pretty quick. Just something of note. Sims at the plate, and the 2-1 misses, or he's in there for a strike.
Yeah, call it a strike.
Well,
I expect Barnes Barnes has measured up the pitcher now a couple times. I really expect him to maybe get another step and try to take one here.
That one's in the air to left field, drifting back on it for the Blacksox is Hodges. Hodges is there for the out. And that's going to put Barnes back.
And Barnes was on the move.
So one out.
Left fielder number 14, Corrigan Bartlett.
For Great Bend. Corrigan Bartlett, the left fielder, steps in now from the right side.
Good sized kid.
And you're talking about Barnes's jump a little bit earlier. Gets out there and he gets past that first base cutout. It used to be that if you'd see a batter get out that far, you knew that that was an indication that he was probably going to be going back in the old days, but especially back in Cincinnati.
Absolutely, yeah, because if you had a foot on the turf, that meant you were probably going because that was big lead time there.
1-ball pitch on the way from Wes Wilkinson, misses outside.
Pretty decent crowd filing in here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Sun's starting to set a little bit, so a lot of the seats are in the shade here tonight, so appreciate everybody coming out and listening and watching.
We did have a pretty good crowd last night.
Power play.
2-ball pitch fouled back for strike one. Corrigan Bartlett, kind of a good-sized guy out there.
Yeah.
Kind of left fielder that you really like with a pretty decent size.
Got the legs of a linebacker. Yeah, double play ball. Too hard hit there.
Ground ball around the infield, and that one's going to go 4-3. 4-6-3 rather. And that's going to
for every celebration, for every 6 a.m. wake-up call, for every heartache, for every homecoming, for every home, there is York. Environmentally responsible and technologically advanced to provide the optimal home environment while keeping you connected. Life by you, comfort by York.
Starkey helps make Wichita a winning community.
Starkey provides jobs for people with disabilities.
Starkey reminds us that we have more in common than we know.
Starkey connects me to my community.
Starkey is one of the things that makes our community very, very fabulous. Right, Joe?
Right.
And it's interesting because when you come back from the inning, you have got to be playing ready baseball.
You do, man. It's like 90 seconds in between.
Hodges, the right fielder, steps in. He's already got a strike on him. Don't want to take any time, and sometimes the confusion is walking up and seeing that you're thinking that's the inning clock. By the time the end of the inning happens, you need to be in the batter's box. 2 balls and 1 strike to Hodges.
Hodges wears number 1, plays right field. Batting .333 so far in this tournament.
And unique enough that one of the few batters today that doesn't actually wear batting gloves. Usually 2, 3. Depends on how many you need. Ground ball to the left side, and that one's going to be past a diving shortstop into left field for a base hit. So Hodges on at first.
Security is the official security team of the NBC. We provide the widest
and that is going to bring up
security guard services in Kansas. Someone is always available to answer calls with a
Danzy for
SSI is your first name in security.
The Hattiesburg Blacksox. Caleb Danzy, designated hitter tonight.
Still no hits in this tournament, but a good-sized young man.
Number 6 hitter. Not sure the move to first looked a little bit awkward, but it managed to at least get Hodges back. Danzy waiting for his first pitch. Swinging a foul ball coming straight back at us. Now, you brought your ball glove tonight, Scott.
I did. Brought the old Mizuno from junior high.
But we don't have the we don't have the window open tonight.
I know. Well, last year we had a ball. We had the window open. It came through here and just gave us a flyby.
0-1 to Danzy, and that ball's going to be just over an outstretched first baseman. It's going to roll up the right field line. Hodges stops at third, diving in. Danzy stops at second, and the ball gets away from the shortstop on a short hop, and that's going to push her across the first run for this evening as Hodges comes in to score. After a little bit of sloppy play, can't really fault anybody on that one.
Just the errant throw back in. They tried to get Danzy, who stretched it into a double. As you said it, Brad, the ball short hopped the second baseman covering the base, and the shortstop went and retrieved it, and that allowed the runner to score all the way from first as Hodges kept running, never slowed down, and makes the score 1-0 the Black Sox.
Third baseman Jalen Williams steps in now from the right side. No outs, 1 ball to the batter, Williams.
Talk about being on an island first baseman. He just, it froze him. high hopper, thought he had it, and it just sailed right over his glove. He jumped at the last second, and it trickled on out to right field. Rolled out in the bullpen, and the right fielder had to run a long way, but Danzy stretched it into a double, and now another runner in scoring position.
So Danzy at second. 2 balls the count. Missing inside. Well, apparently I was paying attention to the scoreboard. Sometimes that's not the best effort. 2-0 the count right now on Williams. Waste that one outside. Apparently I was right. It was 3 balls. Scoreboard was behind. I don't trust myself sometimes.
Well, this is going to bring a conference to the mound right now.
So you've got a little bit of speed out on the base path, and talking with
what's that?
I was going to say, talking with Trey Abbey just a little bit ago, we were talking about the aggressive style of baseball that they play.
Yeah, your voice echoed out over the stadium.
That was outstanding.
Yeah.
Not sure how that happened.
I don't know. We had a little relay problem there.
Well,
froze you, didn't it?
Well, it sure as heck did.
Yeah, I never seen you turn so white.
Comes back at you really quick. I'm not sure how that happened. I haven't heard my name or my voice here into Lawrence Dumont Stadium in a little while.
Still sounds the same to me.
Boy,
like Harry Carey back in the day.
Yeah, might have a little bit more of a Harry Carey moment here if we're not careful.
Mouthful of crackers and calling out names. I like it.
Blacksox have 1 on the board right now. We're in the top of the second. Conference is over at the mound. Williams and Danzy on. Danzy at second. Williams away at first.
No outs right now, Brad. I'm expect something's going to be on here. Wouldn't be surprised they try to lay one down here. You got a left-handed batter up. You can push it down the third base line and try to beat it out and move the runners at the same time.
You got Craig Garner. He's the catcher, and that's Craig with a K-R-E-G. That's Mississippi is what that is.
Yep. Take the R out and you got a party. Spells keg.
Jarrett, thank you. Jarrett Seaton for the Great Bend Batcats. Come and set and bring that one home for ball 1. 1-0 the count. No outs. And a little bit of trouble brewing here for the Batcats.
About hitting.
Sails inside with a fastball that stays up and in on Garner. So once again, third baseman Williams on at first. Designated hitter Danzy at second.
Well, they're letting him swing away. That little breaking pitch there at 77 miles an hour. Doesn't throw hard. Hit his spots early in the first inning, but now is kind of lost a little momentum on the hill.
Infield at double play depth. Next pitch missing outside. It takes the count to 3-1. Batcats did manage to ring up one error in that exchange that allowed Hodges to score.
Yeah, it was a throwing error.
And the pitch from Seaton. This one's going to be popped up just out on the edge of the outfield grass.
And see, there's a missed opportunity. The third base coach has his hands on his hips. And he just kind of lowered his head and his hands right there because it's a missed opportunity. He had no outs, guys in first and second. Trusted that he's going to put the ball in play or move the runners, and nothing happened there. So now, like you said, you play double play depth and get out of the inning with no hurt. Nobody hurt here. Gave up that run early, but now you can regroup and get back in the game.
It's going to bring up Parks, the second baseman. Parks stands in from the right side, and first pitch sails outside for ball 1. 2 on and 1 out, and 1-0 the count.
Parks 3 at-bats in this tournament so far, and no hits.
Well, possibly until now. That one's going to stay up just a little bit, drifting over. He's going to be Bartlett, the left fielder. He'll fire that one back in all the way to third just to show that he can. Pomeroy takes care of that for
center fielder number 2.
The second out. Parks flying out, and the runners have managed to stay put. First and second for the Hattiesburg Blacksox. Back to the top of the order now.
Trey Jones, the center fielder, struck out the first time up. It's a pretty good sign you moved your runners, had runners in scoring position when you come to the top of the order and you're still in the second inning.
2 outs in the pitch to Jones. A little bit late on the swing, and that one's going to curl back and out of play to the left side.
Good catch by a young man. Brought his glove to the game tonight. Good catch by him.
Are we going to open the window so you're going to have an opportunity? Or are you
sure,
safety first?
No, I can do whatever you want. We can
I just want to make sure. I don't want to put you out there.
I have no problem opening this window.
You got 1 strike with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Pitch from Seaton. That one's going to be low and away, and a nice job by the catcher.
Yeah, Brooks Asher is doing a great job behind the plate. Jarrett Seaton lost a little bit of control here and composure on the mound, and is not hitting the strike zone like he was consistently in the first inning. You know, we talked to Coach Trey from the Blacksox, and he's like, we're all about playing the major leaguers when they come in town. We're not going to be shying away from them, as that's a ball right there. Oh, no, they called it a strike.
Looking for the Kansas Stars. That'll be all right.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, they really are vying for that game on Monday night. That's going to be on ESPN2.
Well, they're 1-0 in the D pool right now. Another win would put them in pretty decent position. The pitch to Jones. A little bit high for ball 2. So 2-2 the count with 2 outs. Infield at about medium depth, but they are playing off the runner at first. Just don't want to give up anything crazy up the line. And the pitch, that one's going to bounce away from the catcher and just far enough so that that's going to advance the runners.
Great job by Jalen Williams there. Read that, saw it's going to be in the dirt, and got a great jump. Bounced away to the catcher's right or left a little bit. He had to move over, slide, and get it, and no chance to throw him out at third. So now they're back in scoring position again with 2 outs.
Well, with Jones's average and the way that he's able to contact the ball, going to change things. Now, pitcher Jarrett Seaton is going to go from the regular windup. That one fouled off. The count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Two outs for Jones, the center fielder. Middle infield back now just a little bit. A little bit more dancing around.
Oh, that got the umpire.
Out at second from Danzig. Or from Williams, rather.
That got Greg Mudd right in the hand of the home plate umpire. If not, that goes all the way to the backstop. So Mudd kind of shaking his hand off a little bit. But now you got bases loaded with 2 outs to a guy that hit a single right between the first and second baseman last time. That got on base. So Marcus Reagan 1 for 1.
And that's going to leave a mark, Muddy. Conversation going on right now with Asher and the pitcher Seaton, getting everything straight as we've got bases loaded.
And Greg Mudd's not a small guy, so he's got a little meat on his bones, but that still stung.
Yeah, that's going to be there something for him to show the kids a little bit later. Reagan steps in. Marcus Reagan, the left fielder, takes a big hack and a big miss.
I'm watching the second baseman. That's Jalen Williams. And Jalen is actually signaling to Marcus Reagan, who's batting, of what pitch is coming. He taps his helmet on top for a fastball and pulls his ear hole on the side of the helmet for a curveball. And still, he's 0-2 after even signaling what pitches are coming.
Yeah, sometimes when you know what's coming, that doesn't really help. Just looking for a little bit of contact here, and that's really all you need to do with the bases loaded. 2 outs and the pitch. That one's going to miss low for ball 1.
Sometimes it's like the skipper signaling Gilligan. Just leave me alone, buddy.
Blacksox up 1. Could break this open with just a little bit of contact at the plate from Marcus Reagan. Jarrett Seaton comes set.
Fastball coming. Oh, just
that one was
missed. Wow.
Just off the plate for ball 2.
Too close to take as far as I'm concerned. Great eye.
2-2 situation once again. And Jarrett Seaton has had a little bit of issue on the 2-2, trying to keep things in front of the pitch, in front of the catcher. Takes a little bit off of that one. It's going to be grounded foul, and a nice job. Is that Trey over there?
Yeah.
Is that the coach?
They did, yeah.
Nice job. Good hands.
Did a good job of fighting that off. Marcus Reagan in a defense mode right now.
Managed to stay up off that back line in the batter's box from the right side. And that one's going to bounce up short.
Yeah, he bounced that at 48 feet.
Took quite a bit off of that one. That one came in at 68 miles an hour.
Now, Brad, you got runners will be moving on this pitch. 2 outs, bases loaded. Base hit's going to score 2 easily here. They'll be running on the pitch.
There they go, and here comes the pitch, and that one is going to be driven out to right field, and drifting back, the right fielder Wilkerson for Great Bend puts that one away. So an opportunity squandered, although they come up with a couple of hits to get things going and a couple of walks. Managed to put 1 on the board. Blacksox 1 in the top of the second. We head to the Batcats bottom of the second. You're listening to the 83rd NBC World Series on the Big Talker, 1480 and 102.5 FM, KQAM.
Did you know that AutoSmart offers fleet service? AutoSmart features certified ASE technicians and same-day service for your fleet. AutoSmart will perform computer diagnostics on your vehicles, and they'll determine what repairs need to be done with your approval. You can get your fleet of vehicles serviced at AutoSmart.
Yeah, it just sounds like a well-oiled machine out there.
Along with turning rotors and getting new tires. AutoSmart also offers a new 36-month or 36,000-mile warranty on service done, including parts and labor. With 2 convenient locations, call them today for your fleet at 316-524-2277.
Jesse Soria, the owner of Cholitas Mexican Restaurant.
30 seconds.
Jesse, what is the magic of Cholitas?
I believe it's been our consistency. We've been able to provide quality product by making our foods fresh daily. Our cooks come in and they start with the sauces,
go and do this on a regular basis.
We make everything there. We have
Let's call the Blacksox. Let's go to Mississippi.
We're
going to Mississippi.
Hey, y'all. I'm in.
Let's go Mississippi. Say Mississippi.
Anthony, we doing okay?
Cholitas Mexican Restaurant.
Right,
Wrestling
you barely hear him, but it's all right.
Yeah.
The 83rd NBC World Series continues on the Big Talker, 1480 KQAM, also at 102.5 FM. Glad to have you along, and all of this powered by Westar Energy. As the Hattiesburg Blacksox and the Great Bend Batcats get rolling, to the bottom of the second we go, and up for the Batcats rather, is going to be the first baseman Hunter Romero.
Number 21, first baseman Hunter Romero.
Romero puts a charge into one, and that one's pushing the left fielder back just a little bit. Ball not really carrying a whole lot tonight.
Pretty dead air tonight, buddy. Pretty dead air. Yeah. Flags are blown a little bit to left field, but not much. And the heat and the humidity, the ball won't carry very well tonight.
Just pretty much in his tracks as he puts that one away for Hattiesburg. So 1 down for the Batcats.
Brennan Fontenot up now.
Fontenot stands in from the left side. He's the designated hitter tonight.
Brad, he's 3 for 4 right now, batting .750 in this tournament. He's one of those guys that has a couple RBIs. Lefty.
You get 2 strikes real quick.
Oh, didn't like that call. That was a high strike. He's still questioning that. He better get in the box because the pitch is coming.
He's got about 13 seconds, so got a little bit of time. Sprays that one foul back up over the left field side of Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Wilkerson comes set and brings it to the plate and blows that one right on past Fontenot.
87-mile-an-hour fastball after throwing in some breaking pitches and a changeup.
Get a little bit of gas out there. Wilkerson, the right fielder, now coming up for the Batcats. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the second, and the Blacksox of Hattiesburg up 1-0 right now. First pitch just a little bit outside for ball 1. Wilkerson with the
that's a charge.
A nice drive into it, and that one's going to be a little bit wind blown, and that one could be. It is. How about that one? That one just stayed up and kept on going. Home run for Jordan Wilkerson.
Yeah, that got out in the jet stream, and he hit that one at the 390 mark.
That one stayed up just long enough, and we have basically the same wind that's blowing out to left across Lawrence Dumont Stadium that we always have. When it's from the south, you just about always get a little bit of help, but you got to get the ball up just a little bit. Just kind of snuck that one right underneath the Dan's Heating and Cooling sign out in left field for a home run. This ball game is tied. That brings up the catcher, Asher for the Batcats. One apiece. We're in the bottom of the second. This is game number 3 of 4 tonight in the NBC World Series. Day number 4.
I still can't get used to the red, white, and blue bases. I see that, and it's hard to get used to.
But it is magical.
It is.
Would you agree?
Yeah. Jinx did a good job painting them this year, too. Straight lines.
Oh, he paints like no other. Big swing from Asher, and wheels that one back over in the old Hardball Cafe.
That was close to the beer garden. Looks like somebody came out of the beer garden and tried to make a catch there with his bare hand and is still shaking his hand.
Well,
the kids are laughing at him.
Next time, bring your glove, Dad. Wilkinson pumps that one across the outside corner.
Asher, the catcher, good-sized kid at the plate right now. 2 strikes.
Wilkinson brings it home once again, misses that one just a little bit outside for ball 3. 3-2 the count with 2 outs now on Asher. It's always nice to hear a ball come off of a wood bat. If you're not used to it, foul ball back from Asher there on the pitch. It just has a little bit of a different explosion whenever it happens.
I hope your drive has an explosion in a couple weeks when we play in a golf tournament. We're going to need it.
I don't bring the driver out unless necessary. Next pitch fouled back from Asher, so he's hanging in there. And a 7-pitch at bat working right now.
Yeah, doing a good job with 2 strikes on him here, fighting off pitches and trying to get in the one he likes.
Our nightcap game tonight is West Chase Texas Express against the Cheney Kansas Diamond Dogs.
Cheney doing a great job in this tournament as well.
And part of a brand new league as well for NBC baseball competition. Another foul ball from Asher, and that one goes back. So Asher's been battling just a little bit here. And the pitch. That one's going to come up just a little bit short, and that's going to put Asher on at first. So a runner on with 2 outs. Asher, you would figure, probably not a whole lot of speed, but sometimes that stereotype in the catchers.
Oh.
We saw Salvi steal one the other night.
He got his 3rd career stolen base just the other night, and they celebrated with a splash afterwards.
Probably have the week off.
I'm surprised he didn't pull the Ricky Henderson, pull the base up, and salute the crowd.
The 3rd baseman Pomeroy steps in for the Great Bend Batcats.
Pomeroy batting .600 in the series so far, 3 for 5 with a couple RBIs.
Nice lead over at first from Asher, and the first pitch sails way outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Wes Wilkerson, the Hattiesburg pitcher, not really looking over much, getting it, gives a little peek, and then just fires away. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you could get a good jump on him on the first movement as he throws another ball 2-0 to the 3rd baseman, Pomeroy.
And sometimes that shuffle slide will get you just a little bit, and a little bit of a different look from Asher over at first as he kind of opened up that lead foot, turning a little bit more towards second. Now he's kind of stretched his lead a little bit more. Check of the runner. And Wilkinson missing once again. So 3-0 the count with 2 outs. Second baseman coming in to offer what he can, Barnes. Yeah, check that. That's Parks that's coming in. I get too many papers in front of me. It's supposed to be your job, Shannon. You're supposed to be able to help us with that.
No.
Oh, okay. A little grumble over there from the other microphone.
Yeah,
here comes the pitch.
She's still eating her burrito.
That one's going to miss as well, so that's back-to-back walks. Pomeroy's on at first. Asher moves over to second. And you got a little bit of a situation brewing here. And
Brad, that's one thing you do not want to do is that's walk the bottom of the orders. You got your 9-hitter up with no outs. Oh, I'm sorry, correction, 2 outs.
Zuniga comes up now, the center fielder for the Batcats. Great Bend looking to see if they can't manage to take advantage of a situation that the Blacksox couldn't take advantage of with bases loaded in the top of the second. Coming home with the pitch. Zuniga fouls that one straight back for strike 1.
Zuniga 0 for 4 in the tournament so far, the NBC World Series. 4 strikeouts as well. So this is the guy you want to throw strikes to and try to just see if you can put the ball in play.
Swing back and out of play the left field side.
As game time temperature was 94 degrees, and the temperature is plummeting here in the city tonight. down to 92 at 8:05 p.m. Beautiful. What a backdrop we have to look at, Bradley. Great city here, Wichita and Century 2. What a great, great view we have. Beautiful sight.
0-2 the count with 2 strikes, and that one sails up as Wilkinson battling just a little bit of his control. This has always been, to me, because I don't get a chance to do very much baseball, but every time you get a chance to sit here and just kind of soak this up, it's always nice to be a giant sponge. Wilkinson with the check of the runners gets his signal and comes set. Pitch, back, snap,
oh, they got him. Throw it.
Snap, throw as we got Asher caught up, hung up. And then a little bit of a communication issue as far as what we need to do to get the runner with 2 outs. That lead runner gets hung up out there. It would be easy enough just to go ahead and make a run for him.
Yeah, the catcher, what he should have done is he threw it too early, Brad. The guy on second was hung out to dry. Instead of running at him, forcing him to go direction, he just threw it to second, and that allowed him to get a great jump to third.
Count 2-2.
Brooks Asher
to Zuniga. And Zuniga takes as that one stays outside from Wilkinson.
Number 17 in the bullpen warming up right now. He's a lefty, but he's not on the roster here, so I don't know who that is to let him know.
Zuniga fouls that one back. Runner staying put right now. Still an opportunity for Pomeroy if he wants to. Don't know that there was any certain type of play that was on. I think the catcher just kind of missed what he was supposed to be doing. Usually you'll have your catcher run towards the runner,
right, exactly,
and start pushing him back.
Exactly correct, sir.
Swing with a little dunker down the left field line. That one's going to be backing out of play. And a souvenir perhaps?
Nope, bounced back in the bullpen, but look, the kids always run down there. The players are always good about throwing it back to the kids, so we'll see if he does that. If not, I'm going to boo him.
I want to hang on to some of that booing until we get to the Sweet Caroline portion of the program.
Oh, I can't wait for the 7th inning.
I just hope you're not disappointed.
I just hope the harmonica guy didn't mind I put spray foam in his harmonica tonight. See how that goes. Uh-oh. Look at that.
A little bit too much time, and that's going to be... Now, that one was waved off, so we did have the pitch clock
reset the clock.
Expire. So Greg Mudd gets that one reset. Runner away at first. Pomeroy, it's not going to matter. And the bases are loaded as Zuniga works his way for a walk.
Walks the 7, 8, and 9 hitter with 2 outs. And that's going to bring Coach Trey out to the mound.
I want to remind everybody the Kansas Stars autograph session presented by Davis Moore Automotive Group is going to happen on Monday, July 31st. And you can go to NBCBaseball.com. They've got more details about how all that's going to be happening. Chipper Jones is going to be available on Monday, but will be signing on Wednesday after the feature game at 7 o'clock. He'll be unavailable on Monday, but Wednesday you can catch up with Chipper.
Yeah.
Just making sure you know what you can and what you can't do.
I guess Chipper's markers aren't coming in to sign till Wednesday, so
well,
that's why you can't do it Monday.
It's always important. You got to make sure you got to deal with Sharpie, right?
Yeah, Sharpie, he's left-handed, so the left-handed Sharpies weren't available at the time, so... it's great to see. Last year, Chipper was on the roster, and he had a family conflict, couldn't make it. So I'm really happy he decided to come this year. He's going to be a huge asset to this tournament. He had a great career for the Atlanta Braves.
Now, the conversation was had with Wes Wilkerson and the rest of the infield, and everybody was in on it. And apparently, notes were taken, and everybody's clear on what they're supposed to be doing. So bases loaded right now. 1 run is in for the Batcats of Great Bend. And Wilkinson comes set with the pitch, and that one is going to be fisted right to the shortstop. Wallace is going to put that one away, and just like that.
NBC baseball fans, make some noise if you wish you were mowing your lawn right now.
Just kidding. What if you could mow your lawn right from your stadium seat? Seriously. Get out your phone, go to the App Store, and download the Lawn Buddy app. The first 100 people to book service with Lawn Buddy will be entered to win free lawn care for the rest of 2017. Lawn Buddy. Push button, get lawn care.
For every celebration, for every 6 a.m. wake-up call, for every heartache, for every homecoming, for every home, there is York. environmentally responsible, and technologically advanced to provide the optimal home environment while keeping you connected. Life by You. Comfort by York.
Balls, green fees, cart, 2 play for 50 all month long at Sand Creek Station Golf Club. Back tee overall length of 7,200 yards, so you can get out and stretch your game a little bit. Set your tee time now. Call 284-6161. 284-6161. 2 play for 50 Mondays through Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays after 4. Call Sand Creek Station now and ask for the KGSO special.
Back to the NBC World Series. Game number 3 for day number 4. The Great Bend Batcats and Hattiesburg Blacksox tied up 1 apiece. We go to the top of the 3rd right now, and moving play along. Apparently everybody got the message. Wallace steps in for the Blacksox, the shortstop, who caught the 3rd out with a bases loaded situation for the Batcats there in the bottom of the 2nd. And as Wallace steps in, we catch the count already in progress. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and then a huge let up there from Jarrett Seaton. Fools Wallace, and he will strike out and have a seat. 1 down. That brings in the first baseman, Wilkes, for Hattiesburg.
Brad, I didn't like the bat by Peyton Barnes, the leadoff hitter there at the bottom of the inning. The Blacksox had walked the 7th, 8th, and 9th hitter. And then he comes in there after they had a conference on the mound, and first pitch swing after you just walk 3 in a row. You want to take a pitch there and try to work that pitcher with bases loaded. And I understand the aggressiveness. He probably took a little bit off of him through a fastball, but, man, I'm telling you.
Got to make those bats count, that's for sure.
Yeah, crucial at bat there that they wasted.
2 strikes on the batter, Wilkes. And the count goes to 1-2 with 1 out. And the big first baseman stands in. He has a little bit of an off-speed pitch that, once again, Seaton goes to. And Jarrett's been working that one a little bit better here as the game has gone along. 2 strikeouts in a row, and that brings up the right fielder, Hodges.
When you throw it that slow, it's a 64-mile-an-hour curveball, and it just hangs there. And, you know, it comes in big as a balloon. You think you're just going to kill it, and you swing right through it.
Pitch up just a little bit, but enough to catch the top of the strike zone for Hodges. Strike 1.
See how they're swinging? That was 67-mile-an-hour changeup right there. They're just swinging through everything. It just drops at the bottom of it.
Hodges moving up in the batter's box and pounds this one to the 3rd baseman. That's going to be across the infield for Pomeroy to Romero, and that is going to be the way that inning will go. So after we have a little bit of excitement in the middle 2nd, we managed to get to the 3rd. The top for the Batcats, pretty good as far as the defense is concerned. For the Blacksox, Hattiesburg not putting anything across. 1-1, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd with the Batcats coming up from Great Bend on Sports Radio, the Big Talker, KQAM.
With over 20 years of tire and wheel experience, Wichita Tire and Alignment offers name brand tires, wheels, and auto repair services, including alignments, balancing, brakes, struts, and shock absorber work. Great customer service and great prices are our highest priority. We employ a well-trained staff specializing in the sale and installation of passenger car, performance, and light truck or SUV tires. Special tire size requests are welcome. Call us at 522-2919 or visit us at 4460 South Seneca in Wichita. We are Wichita's full-service tire center. Call Chris at Wichita Tire and Alignment.
What's that?
Friends helping friends, neighbors helping neighbors. Jim's Apple Market of Cheney has been your small town, locally owned grocery store for decades. Open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. You can count on Jim's Apple Market of Cheney. And Jim's Apple Market of Cheney, always serving you, has become more than just your grocery store. It's your authorized U-Haul dealer and your headquarters for Traeger wood pellet grills. Locally owned and operated, Jim's Apple Market of Cheney. Learn about their weekly specials at myapplemarket.com.
Back to the NBC World Series on the Big Talker, KQAM at 1480 AM and 102.5 FM. Also on the TuneIn radio app, lest you'd like to join us there. One strike the pitch already on the batter for the Batcats as we head to the bottom of the third. Tied up 1 apiece. Next pitch sailing just a little bit inside, so 1-1 the count now. Next
First time up, flew out to right field last time up. Benjamin Sims.
Russ Wilkinson, we thought might be in a little bit of trouble last inning, has remained in the ball game and continues to throw and blow for the Blacksox. Here's a flare that's going to go out to right field, out to left field rather, and that one's going to be misplayed by Reagan. That one's going to roll all the way to the fence and trying to stretch this one to a triple, and it looks like he's going to be there with a slide. Here's Sims. Sims, a shortstop. Once that one kind of took off, it just really kind of flattens out there in left field for you. And if you're not used to the way things are kind of sailing, you got your glove behind you as a left fielder.
Yeah, that's Marcus Reagan. The wind's blowing that way. What wind we have, and he just took a bad angle at it, and he had to leap for it, going to his left, and should have been a makeable play, and just tipped off the end of his glove, rolled all the way to the fence, allowed him to get a triple.
So that one's going to go as a base hit. But a 2-base error on that one with the catch not being made and just coming off the top of Reagan's glove, rolling all the way to the fence. Regardless, Sims is going to be at third, like you said, Scott, and that's going to bring up the left fielder Bartlett.
Now here's what you want to do is just put the ball to the right side or hit a fly ball and drive him in.
High strike there, and that one was just nothing but gas from Wilkinson.
An 86-mile-an-hour fastball, chest high, and he just couldn't lay off of it.
Wilkinson working from the stretch and giving an eye over to third. Probably not going to make any move over there. And now a flare that's lined right out to the right fielder. Nice job with the catch and a great throw back into home plate from the right fielder Hodges. That ball was really served out on a line. Hodges gets right in line with it, and then everything else just came together. Nice strong throw back in from about medium depth right field. And Hodges has brought that one right to home plate, so that's going to hold the runner Sims at third with 1 out. Next batter is first baseman Romero.
Romero flew out to right field last time as well. I don't care. I know there's only 1 out there. You probably don't want to take a chance, but with 2 outs, you got to take it. Or with the next out, you got to take a chance if you get another fly ball. Try to get that run in. You cannot leave him stranded on third.
The 1 strike pitch fouled off at the plate for strike 2. So Romero in an 0-2 hole right now with 1 out and a runner at third. Batcats looking to push across the go-ahead run here and swinging an outside pitch that's going to take it back towards the Channel 12 van that's just back on the other side of the gate. They always get the best parking spaces.
They do.
And a big gate to get through.
I had to take a canoe here.
1 and 2. That one's going to be lined right into right field and left field. And that is going to score the runner from third. So the big error ends up bringing in a big run. Romero managed to make contact, hitting from a 1-2 deficit. And bangs that one between third and short back into left field as the run gets pushed across. Fontenot, the designated hitter, struck out last at bat. Romero.
But leading the team in hitting right now in this series. Came in this game batting .750. First pitch was a ball there. Anything hit to the right side is almost a sure double play. Hit hard.
And that one's going to be in the air, and that one's going to be way back in the bubble, so to speak, in right field. That one rolls all the way to the 386 feet mark. And that one's going to be brought back in a hurry. And now it's going to hop, and it's going to get away.
They got him. They got him.
There's a good chance that this one is going to be a play at the plate, and it is out. Boy, I'll tell you what, the screen right in front of the Blacksox dugout saved that one. Nice job and a nice way to go with Wilkinson getting back there from the mound just to back that one up, Scotty.
Yeah, it was a great job. It was a short hop at home. It bounced off the catcher, went to the fence area in front of the Hattiesburg dugout, and the pitcher did his job. That's why you work on those fundamentals. On play at the plate, your pitcher always backs up the throw. He scampered over, got it, and got a play at the plate and got him out trying to get home. So good job.
Another one banged back past a diving third baseman by the Batcats, and that one will score a run. So that one is legit. So with the
starting to hit Wilkerson pretty hard now, Brad, right on the button.
Alan Wilkerson had started to kind of gas things up just a little bit and managed to really kind of put things in play just a little bit more, but Wilkerson able to bring that contact around, and that's going to push Fontenot across. 3-1 the score right now. Yeah, this one's going to go to third. Third baseman's going to bobble it just a little bit.
For 6 generations, this land is provided for this Kansas farmer's family. Now, it also provides affordable, clean energy for Kansas. Watch the full story at weststarenergy.com/clean energy.
Make the most of every single moment. After the game, head to visitwichita.com for all there is to see and do.
Or waits on the tee box. Enjoy your golf experience and lifestyle at Cherry Oaks of Cheney, the public course with the country club feel. Cherry Oaks.
The Big Talker live from Lawrence Dumont Stadium. KQAM with the 83rd NBC World Series. We are live tonight. Day 4 of the NBC World Series. The Blacksox of Hattiesburg at bat right now with the Great Bend Batcats leading as we head to the top of the 4th.
Got to get something going here, Brad.
3-1 the score. And batting right now for the Blacksox is number 9. That would be Danzy, the designated hitter.
Brad, what Jarrett Seaton has done, the lefty, is just really got rid of his fastball and just throwing a lot of all-speed stuff. And Hattiesburg is not adjusting well at all.
Tend to be a little bit of a free-swinging team, and
I
think that was part of the conversation that was probably being had as the Black Sox came off.
Very aggressive. They're going to get their money's worth. There's no doubt about it.
Have a good defensive play on a situation that could have gotten out of control. This one's going to be rolled up the first base line. Danzy's going to bounce that one to the first baseman for the first out. So.
See, there's an example right there. Last time he hit a double off a fastball, and that time he had 3 breaking pitches and 1 fastball. That's all he had. And that time on 2 strikes, they threw a slow curveball. It was 63 miles an hour, and Danzy was so far out in front of it, just barely just touched it a little bit and tapped it down first base line. He stopped halfway down first base, didn't even run it out. Frustration setting in for Hattiesburg.
Jalen Williams, the third baseman, who was spending a little bit more time just diving past BBs that were getting hit past him earlier, picked up a walk back in the 2nd. He's batting here in the top of the 4th with 1 out and a 2-ball count. Pitch coming, and Williams puts that one on a line right out to the left fielder Bartlett for Great Bend. He'll put that one away with no problem whatsoever.
Hit another 64-mile-an-hour breaking pitch, just right at him. Hey, tomorrow's gonna be an exciting day. Looking forward to it. Wyatt Thompson, the voice of K-State football, which you can tune in all season long right here on KQAM. He'll be in Wichita visiting with us.
How about that? Craig Garner, the catcher, steps in now from the left side for the Black Sox. Wyatt's out in Hayes tonight.
Should be driving back by now with Bob, right?
Catching everything. He'll have all the stories.
He'll have all the stories tomorrow.
1 ball and 1 strike to count on Gardner.
Popped up to the shortstop last time up.
It's Craig with a K and an R-E-G.
Oh, held back there on that curveball.
Just a little bit off. That one's going to sail outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Wind's starting to pick up a little more now. See the flags straight out.
That one is ripped right up the first base line, and that one just goes foul.
Tell you, if a right-handed hitter, if you get one up in that jet stream now, the wind's supposed to pick up to 25, 30 mile an hour tonight. As the night gets longer, you'll be able to hit some now.
Pitch to Garner. That one's going to bounce up just a little bit short. Lawrence Dumont Stadium is kind of unique. It has almost the same type of dimensions that you have at like a Wrigley Field, where you've got a little bit more of a bubble right up the line that takes you back a little bit more. So there's basically 2 power alleys here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium.
Like
ball's just a little bit inside, and I think the catcher Asher thought that he had managed to squeeze one there.
I wonder if Aaron Judge could hit one in the river from here.
Which part of the river?
Well,
you want him to go a little bit more Douglas Street, or you want him to bring it back over here Lewis Street
well,
Bridge?
Right center, I think, would be good.
Just put it up there.
A couple hops.
Yeah, put it up by the Hyatt.
See if you can hit a carp.
You want to hit the carp on the bounce? Bouncing in, bouncing over, coming back.
Phenomenal hitter. But Pete Rose had a great thing on him. We'll talk about that later.
2 outs right now, and the throw over from Seaton. Holding the runner Garner at first. 2 outs. 1 ball to the
Alex
second baseman
Rodriguez.
Parks.
Alex Rodriguez. Pete Rose had a great talk on Fox Sports the other day. Or Alex Rodriguez said he's one of the best pure hitters, and Pete Rose disagreed, saying, "Look, he's on track to hit, have 200 strikeouts, and no player ever in Major League Baseball history has ever had 200 strikeouts and hit 300." He said the last guy did that had 200 strikeouts, hit 267. So, and Aaron Judge, 21 of his 32 home runs have been at home.
Well, that one just kind of bounced right off the bat. Didn't really kind of sting off of it. Parks bounces that.
Hey everybody, and welcome to a jam-packed, fun-filled day at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Hopefully you're drinking plenty of water because temperatures, they are toasty this afternoon. You'll need those sunglasses through sundown. Temperatures this evening in the middle 90s. It is rather humid, so this is the air you can wear with heat indices above 100. Heading home, upper 80s, but still feeling like 90 plus. And if you're coming back to the ballpark tomorrow, be prepared because there could be a few thunderstorms in the evening with an even hotter day up to 101. We'll be sure to tune in with us tonight and also in the days ahead and at KSN.com for your most accurate and dependable forecast. Have a great evening.
The risk of ID.
That one cut off and resized.
Warranty for even less risk.
You got a little space under yours here, Holmes.
And Bluff City.
What's that all about?
Co-op.
The 83rd NBC World Series, powered by Westar. On the Big Talker KQAM, I'm Brad Streeter. That's Scott Stiles. We head to the bottom of the 4th for the Batcats and get ready to see if they can manage to finish what they had started.
Yeah, if you're
Pomeroy, the third baseman, up to bat.
If you're the Batcats, you want to keep the pressure on. You don't want to let Hattiesburg back in the game. You want to keep getting runs when you can. Right now, leading 3-1. And that's the way you started, buddy.
2-ball fastball that didn't do much, and Wilkinson served that one up. Pomeroy managed to punch that one right into right field.
It was an 81-mile-an-hour fastball on the inside of the plate, and he just turned on it, and the first baseman didn't even react to it. It was by him so quick.
And it looks like this might be a pitch count situation, or we're just waiting to see where a situation gets out of hand just a little bit, and that's just about going to do it, it looks like, for Wilkinson tonight. So Wes Wilkinson managed to get into the 3 full innings worth of work tonight, and he is going to be replaced. So we do have a pitching change and a call to the pen, and we'll get things reset here with a new pitcher to announce here in just a couple of seconds. West Chase Express from Texas is going to be coming up tonight against the Cheney Diamond Dogs. That would be your nightcap ball game, and that will wrap up day number 4. If you're wanting to keep up to date with everything that's going on as far as the brackets and all, you can go to the NBCBaseball.com website, and they've got everything listed there. If you got questions about tickets, if you got questions about what's going on as far as the ABC, as far as signature nights and everything else that's going on, all the details are waiting for you. Kansas Stars coming in on Saturday. They'll play again on Monday and then again on Wednesday. I know a lot of folks are really wondering about that. Don't forget the U.S. national team. The Iowa Hawkeyes
we have them Tuesday.
Are coming in.
Yeah.
So we've got that already lined up.
Right-handed pitcher Devin Malone is now on the mound. Tall, lanky right-hander for Hattiesburg.
Didn't know if you noticed a little bit earlier this morning, but when Trey Abbey was talking with us, is it Hattiesburg or is it Hattiesburg?
I thought it was Hattiesburg.
Hattiesburg.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to drop the E off of it.
Yeah,
Hattiesburg.
Hattiesburg.
Got to make sure you get it right. I mean, if we're going to visit,
after a 6-pack, you just call it the Berg.
The Berg.
Yeah, the Berg.
There you go.
Yeah. Then back to the Berg.
That'll be awesome.
Get me up some barbecue and go catfishing.
So Devin Malone is going to be your next pitcher. Like you said, Scotty, he is a big right-hander.
Yes, he is. Watching the miles per hour, he's throwing the mid-80s fastball.
And that is going to be the first pitch to Barnes, and Barnes is going to take that back. That's going to be Zuniga.
I don't get that. A new pitcher, you know, kind of gauge yourself a little bit, right? Look, I love the aggressiveness by both teams. I mean, they're coming up there and they're hacking away. But when you're trying to win a tournament and you're trying to get some runs in, take a pitch and see what he's got.
Fly that one out to left field, and that is going to be out number 1.
Top the order back up again, Peyton Barnes. .93 miles per hour.
How does that look coming at you?
Looks every bit of 93.
You want to jump in and get a little bit of that?
I should never got my eyes fixed. At least I couldn't see it coming back last year.
Many general contractors gauge success in the number of projects completed, the value of projects sold, or the number of employees they have. At Key Construction,
you know, the third base coach for Great Bend, I like to have him as my starting tackle. And that's a big boy there coaching third.
Want to go tackle, or you want to put him a little bit closer to center?
Well, yeah, as long as we're shotgun.
Okay. Barnes stands in with 1 ball and one out right now. Runner away at first, and that's Pomeroy.
Peyton Barnes steps out of the box, gets some signals away. Play clock down to 10. Really working the outside of the plate and missing all 3 times so far to Peyton Barnes. Now he's got to come back with some fastballs right down the middle. And Barnes knows that, and we'll see if he sets on one and tries to drive one here.
Malone comes set and checks his runner. Not a really big threatening lead over at first from Pomeroy. That does manage to pump across a strike. 3-1 the count with 1 out.
I love the way Devin Malone attacks I mean, he can bring it. He's got that rubber band type arm, long arms, lanky, probably 6'4", and man, just has a long stride. Ball gets on you before you know it. That one fouled away. Full count, just like that. And he's been throwing nothing but fastballs, Brad. We'll see if the runner goes in motion here with 2 strikes. Only 1 out, but see if they try to put something in play.
He's
here.
definitely stretching his lead just a little bit. This would be a throw over.
Yeah, he knew that.
That will happen. Malone, as tall as he is, you don't really expect a whole lot as far as moves go. But we really haven't seen him have to do much of anything. Runner stays put at first. Big swing from Barnes. Fouled that one straight back to the screen.
A lot of times with one out, you'll put a guy in motion, especially 3-2. You'll put your runner in motion to try to prevent that double play to get out of the inning, especially with a contact hitter up the plate, your leadoff, who has some good speed. There he goes.
The pitch. And that one's going to come straight back, and that does take a little bit out of the catcher. Foul ball. Barnes is still alive. So far, the battery behind the plate has been bouncing around just a little bit. Home plate umpire Greg Mudd took one off the arm a little bit earlier, and now you've got the catcher for Hattiesburg, Garner, bouncing one.
That's going to be a tough play there.
Bounces that one right up to third, and a long throw across the infield. That one's going to pull the infield, pull the first baseman off, and this is going to be really tough. Nobody back. Here comes the throw to the plate. And like we had mentioned a little bit last night, first baseman Wilkes can't manage to come up with the ball. This one ticks off the glove, so it was kind of an errant throw that was coming across the infield from Williams, the third baseman. And that one just kind of hung up there, and Wilkes couldn't manage to get things untangled enough. Not necessarily the fleetest of foot over there at first.
No, he wasn't, because he had a play at home. He looked up before he got the ball, dropped the ball again, and then had the guy going to third, dead to right, and didn't even make a throw. Just froze him.
Yeah, and Pomeroy, the thing that gets really tough coming back right at us, Sims, the shortstop now, standing in, and
those kind of plays
one strike
are demoralizing to a baseball team.
Well, they are on this field. It's a little bit tougher because once you get past the pitcher's box, once you get past the coach's boxes, that's when you start to get that crown. And if you're not used to that, that momentum's going to carry you downhill and away from the play.
Well,
1 ball and 1 strike right now.
But going back to that play, it was such a high hopper that he had to wait forever. He really had no play at first. That's one of those where you got to be disciplined enough as a player to just eat it or fake a throw the first and try to get the guy come around in the second, coming to third. Maybe get a little, back and forth play there. But somebody's got to be talking to the third baseman as well as yelling, "Eat it, eat it, eat it," and don't make the throw, because you just allowed a run in there on an errant throw.
Malone's been heating things up in the low 90s and did that one to Sims, and now brings an 85-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch home.
And the catcher did a hell of a job too, a heck of a job, and great job of blocking the plate there. Craig Garner locked it and got the guy out.
And a swinging strike as Sims is going to be set down. That is going to bring up Bartlett, the left fielder. Bartlett grounded into a double play back in the first. He flew out also to the center fielder in the third. First pitch across for a strike. And that one at 80 miles an hour. So if you've got somebody that's throwing between 80 and 90, it's a little bit different. Bouncer back up the middle, shortstop's got it, fires across the infield.
Make the most of every single moment. After the game, head to visitwichita.com for all there is to see and do.
For 6 generations, this land is provided for this Kansas farmer's family. Now, it also provides affordable, clean energy for Kansas. Watch the full story at weststarenergy.com/cleanenergy.
top of the 5th. And we'll roll that one right up to the first baseman, rather.
Yeah,
out.
Trey Jones, the leadoff hitter, 0 for 2 with a walk.
The left fielder Reagan stands in now. First pitch missing. And Jared Seaton still in for Great Bend.
I think he's gotten stronger as the game's going on, Brad. I really do.
Well, you get a little bit more tired, you get a little bit more focused, and then all of a sudden things start to work for you just a little bit, I think. Pitch from Jarrett. That one's going to miss low for ball 2. 2-1. To the left fielder for Hattiesburg.
Ooh. Gave him the corner on that one, Greg Mudd did.
Angles in baseball can be so deceiving. 2-2 the count with 1 out. And Reagan waiting on a little bit of a slow mover.
61 mile. Oh.
That one's going to be a little bit high, and it's going to bounce off the facing just up the right field line. And that is going to put Reagan on at first. Speed will make you do that. And Reagan has had some decent speed so far this evening in left field. Hasn't really had an awful lot of a chance to show it too much. A single back in the first and then flew out to the right fielder back in the second. That's going to bring Wallace, the shortstop, up. Wallace ending the last inning. Great play up the middle. Check of the runner and the pitch missing inside for ball 1.
Wearing high tops down there in the batter's box.
Gotta like that look, don't you?
Yeah. No lead at first at all. Really respecting the move over to first that Jarrett Seaton has provided throughout the contest so far.
Wallace was a little bit of an open batter's box or open batting stance and bounces that one right up to the third baseman. Third baseman has that one roll right up his hand and off the glove, but that's still going to be in time to get across the infield. Nice job by Pomeroy with a nice arm and recovery across to Romero for the out.
Bobbled it, didn't hurry, didn't panic, regrouped, and threw a bullet and got him by a half a step. Bang, bang, play at first. Went to the advantage of Great Bend. Big out there.
Well, and that is going to be out number 2. As Wilkes stands in, that bounces away from the catcher, and now trying to figure out where things are. Nobody could find the ball. It rolls over in front of the Hattiesburg Blacksox dugout. Nice job by Asher to get back over there and get that one corralled.
People don't realize this and don't really think about it, but when you have a lefty, the spin is the opposite way of what you're used to when a righty throws. And that time the spin caught hitting the dirt and bounced off the catcher and went the opposite way he's thinking of and went to the visitor's dugout. And so he had to scatter a little bit and get it. Luckily, the runner didn't score from second because he had an opportunity to do that.
Wilkes, the first baseman, standing in. Maybe a chance to atone for a little bit of a early fumbling of the feet. 2-0 the count with 2 outs, runner at third for the Blacksox. The pitch, swing, and that one is going to be a high fly ball out to left field and drifting back underneath it.
Kansas Gas Service delivers natural gas to many of the companies you know, ensuring they have the energy they need to grow and build strong communities, providing cost-effective, safe, and reliable natural gas for a better tomorrow today. Kansas Gas Service.
Local, so let's work together to grow a strong and healthy community. Be sure to visit us at autocraftinc.com.
We go to the bottom of the fifth with the NBC World Series on KQAM. Romero in for the Great Bend Batcats, the first baseman, with a big hack and a strike on his first pitch, as Devin Malone begins his second inning of work.
Malone, a tall, lanky right-hander. Fastball hits around 90, 93 mile an hour. That one hit a little over 90 there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Romero, a contact hitter. There he is, another one right there.
Contacted one that's going to take it right out to about left center in the, or the right center rather, in right fielder. Hodges is going to drift under that one. Looked like they had it played just about right. Catch that one for out number 1.
It's great the two different uniform contexts that Hattiesburg wears the old school stirrups, and Great Bend has the new school, just the straight colored sock. No stirrups needed.
No, the designated hitter, Malone, first pitch, low for ball 1.
We had a conversation about that on our show this morning, a little stirrups.
We were talking about stirrups. Only problem was his coach wasn't wearing stirrups today. He was wearing socks. They weren't really stirrups. They were woven to look like that. Ground ball that's going to be bounced back out to the second baseman, Peyton.
Yeah, I call those onesies. That's what I call.
Second baseman Josh Parks will put that one away. Fire that back over to first baseman Wilkes for out number 2. Devin Malone has really been pumping some gas out there. 89 miles an hour on the gun on that one. Fastball to Wilkerson, the right fielder. Blacksox still on the short end of the stick, 4-1. A broken bat there, and that one is going to be across the infield, and that is going to be another high throw from the third baseman. Wilkes coming off the base, and boy, that play just had an awful lot going on. We got parts of the bat almost to the outfield grass.
Well, you had splinters flying at the play. Third baseman, the bat sailed to his left, but still that's a little bit of distraction, and because of that and the quickness of Wilkerson, who hit a home run last time up, just made him throw an errant throw, and first baseman did a good job trying to make the tag, but he slid head first to the right side of the bag at first base and made the play work for him.
You could see Jalen Williams really kind of tried to aim that ball over there instead of just flowing.
You're exactly right.
Catcher Asher steps in now.
Bad about that, Brad, is and when I was coaching, it drives me nuts to give teams extra outs, and that's what the difference in baseball games are, is how many extra outs you give, how many errors you make in a game. Boy, huge jump.
Nice jump, and that's going to be back towards the hold with 2 outs though.
Make the most of every single moment. After the game, head to visitwichita.com for all there is to see and do.
For 6 generations, this land is provided for this Kansas farmer's family. Now, it also provides affordable, clean energy for Kansas. Watch the full story at weststarenergy.com/clean energy.
08. Today.
The 83rd NBC World Series is live on KQAM, the Big Talker in Wichita. Hattiesburg Blacksox, Great Bend Batcats tonight, and a beautiful night for baseball at Lawrence Dumont Stadium in Wichita. 4-1 your score right now. The Batcats are leading, and Jarrett Seaton is still pitching for those Batcats. Here's a line shot back up the middle. That's going to be right at the center fielder as Zuniga moves over and puts that one away for Great Bend. One down now as we continue in the top of the 6th.
Danzy's got a double in the night. Need to get something going here. They got to get some base runners going if you're Hattiesburg. You got to get some guys on base and put pressure on the left-hander, Jarrett Seaton, who that pitch there, 63 miles an hour, and all 6'5" of Caleb Danzy screwed himself in the ground on that one.
It was a nice swing, but
like
very
that.
little fruit.
That was 69.
Well, it's amazing what a couple of miles an hour can do to a guy.
Unbelievable. Now watch him come with maybe some heat here on the outside and just blow him away.
2-strike pitch from the left-hander.
Got him.
And did it just like that. How about them apples?
Oh, Scooter. Atta baby.
Better than pears, huh?
That's you brought that up again.
Third baseman Williams steps in for Hattiesburg.
You know, these innings are flying by quick, and Hattiesburg's running out of outs. They got to get something going here.
There's a tapper right in front of the mound.
And sometimes that's all it takes.
Bounce off, and that is not going to be able to make the play. The ball just really kind of deadened. It looked like it just came right off the handle of the bat.
He did. You're right. He fisted it. But you know what I like there is the pitcher tried to get it. He had to go clear over to his right side. He's a lefty, so he had to come off the wrong side. And he didn't make the throw. He didn't force a throw. It's like, all right, you got me there. I'll come back and get you next time. So still, he's in a good position with 2 outs.
Catcher Garner is up. A nice little move. That might be the first real serious move that we've seen from the pitcher, Jarrett Seaton, tonight. Maybe trying to make just a little bit of a statement. Not so much a big move, but a nice slide step over towards first base. Williams away from first. Has an opportunity maybe to make up for some errant throws from a little bit earlier in the ball game. And the count is 1-0 on the catcher for the Blacksox. There's one that is going to be top-handed all the way to right field. This one's going to go to the fence. Nice job by Garner, and it looks like Williams is going to come in without too much of a problem. And now back across the infield, the throw goes to third, and Garner is going to come in with a belly slide. So a nice triple, and once it hits the turf, it really kind of takes off, Scott.
It does, but let's go back to the last at bat. A little bobble there gave them an extra out. And now they're back in the game. That run right there, that triple, gives them momentum with 2 outs, and it's still a runner on third base. So Hattiesburg's got an opportunity to close the gap even more here, down 4-2 in the top of the 6th.
That'll bring up Parks, the second baseman. Parks has been playing a pretty solid game tonight. 4-2 your score. There's 2 outs, and we are on the top of the 6th. Batcats still have the lead, but the Black Sox are looking to threaten just a little bit. First pitch sails outside from Jarrett Seaton for ball 1.
Yeah, and you're just a pass ball away from getting another run in. Good job by the catcher, Brooks Asher. He's done a hell of a job behind the plate tonight, moving to his left and right, blocking pitches.
Parks really trying to crowd the front part of that batter's box and really just kind of square something up right now. Here's some of the Batcat fans down low, kind of getting the whoop on.
Parks the 9-hitter. Another tap.
Ground ball. This is going to be to the third base side across the infield. As Pomeroy puts that one to Romero for the 3rd out. So threat neutralized, but they do manage to pick up at least one. It's a little bit tighter now. Batcats 4, Blacksox 2. It's the NBC World Series, and we head to the bottom of the 6th on the Big Talker, 1480 and 102.5 KQAM.
Make sure your vehicle's AC is just right with a free Freon level check now at Just Right Auto Repair. They'll make sure your Freon's good to go at no charge with the purchase of any other service. Oil change, tire rotation, radiator flush, just whatever's clever, and they'll throw in the AC Freon check free. Bob Schaefer and the boys at Just Right Auto Repair, just west of West Street on the north side of Central, know that riding around in that vehicle with a malfunctioning air conditioner can make your attitude not quite just right. Just Right Auto Repair, 942-4747, 942-4747.
With brand new concrete cart paths throughout the entire course, Cherry Oaks Golf Course in Cheney is an 18-hole public golf course that is great for company events as well as group and birthday parties. Focus on enjoying your company, not on finding stray shots. It's a ball-friendly course, so enjoy it in all its beauty. Everyone can enjoy Cherry Oaks Golf Course, just a drive, chip, and putt away in Cheney. Reserve your tee time by calling Cherry Oaks Golf Course at 540-0133.
This is a Steckline Communications station, K273CX, FM 102.5, and AM 1480 KQAM, Wichita proud.
Dawson Pomeroy is leading off the bottom of the sixth for the Batcats of Great Bend as we go to what we would call the twilight innings so far. The Blacksox and the Batcats in the NBC World Series, day number 4. First offering from Devin Malone, pumped across for a strike. Like we mentioned a little bit earlier, he has been really bringing it. Pomeroy bounces that one foul up the first baseline for strike number 2. Malone comes set and working from the stretch, even with the bases the bases empty here tonight. No outs. Pomeroy fouling that one back. Pomeroy scored back in the 4th, and he's managed to be a little bit of a thorn in the side and on base twice so far tonight for the Batcats. This pitch from Malone is wasted up high for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. No outs, and the third baseman Pomeroy stands in. Another shin guard check for the Hattiesburg catcher Garner. Tell you what, when you have a pitcher that's throwing up there high 80s, low 90s on a regular basis, and he decides to bring one just a little bit low in the strike zone, makes your ankles tingle just a little bit. Malone with the pitch takes a little bit off of that one. This one's going to be flared out into left field, where Reagan is going to camp under that one for the Blacksox for out number 1. Brings up the center fielder Zunica. Zunica walked back in the 2nd and flew out to left back in the 3rd. First pitch coming from Malone, drop that one down for a bunt. That's going to go foul and continue to roll foul back over towards the NBC logo here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. It's hard to believe that I've actually been in town when it was still the old Lawrence Dumont Stadium, when you still had the grass infield, or you had the turf infield and you had the grass outfield, and then everything else was just a little bit different as well. And it's going to be interesting to see over the next couple of years when all of this is gone and what we know as Lawrence Dumont Stadium is going to be completely redone. Going to still have the same backdrop, still going to be able to see downtown Wichita and some of the changes that are out there. Ground ball back over to the right side, a little bit tough. Malone covering. He's got the ball, and a nice job at first. Umpire makes sure, and a nice job just getting over to cover. I don't think there's any way that I could probably give that any type of a verbal description that's going to do it any justice, but a nice job by Devin Malone covering his position. First baseman Wilkes kind of floundered out there after the ball, and a nice job by the second baseman Parks just to get in front of that one, and then a nice job by Malone just to get over and cover. Kind of in an awkward situation, so Malone's kind of getting everything checked out, and the umpire Greg Mudd behind home plate is going to give him just a little bit more time to make sure that everything is all right. But a Nice job just putting the bat on the ball by Zuniga, and then quick move up first base, trying to make sure that that one worked, but that one's going to go as a 4-1 out, and that will be the second out of the inning. And that takes us back to the top of the lineup for Barnes, the second baseman for the Batcats. Rips that one right between first and short, or between third and first rather. Well, let's make sure we got it all right here. I'm gonna try it one more time, between third and short. Okay, so all I needed was just 3 shots to give it to you. Looked like Barnes was expecting a fastball, and he got every bit of that one. Put that right between Williams and Wallace over on the left side of the Blacksox defense. So Barnes is going to be away at first. The Jayhawk Sims will stand in. The shortstop, big swing on that first offering from Malone, and misses just about everything. Nice pitch, kind of putting that one down and in on Sims. Sims, in case you're wondering and not checking the scorecard, it's S-E-M-S, Sims. I'm going to roll that one back over to the right side. Parks is going to flip that one over to Wilkes. And just like that, everything that was is no longer.
What a great inning.
4-2. Good to see you back. 4-2. 4-2. It's always nice when they're bang bang. Too bad we're on the clock. We have got a 4-2 ball game. We're headed to the top of the 7th. The Blacksox coming up. It's the 83rd NBC World Series on KQAM.
Taking risks. Well, here's one risk you don't have to take anymore. The risk of IDID, or internal diesel injection deposits. Because now Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster Premium Diesel Fuel has an advanced injection stabilizer to prevent IDID. So you don't have to risk injector failure, clogged filters, and downtime anymore. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster is even backed by a 10-year, 10,000-hour warranty for even less risk.
In our Kansas City, Kansas, and Newkirk, Oklahoma, Two Rivers Co-op.
Okay.
Make sure your vehicle's AC is just right with a free Freon level check now at Just Right Auto Repair. They'll make sure your Freon's good to go at no charge with the purchase of any other service. Oil change, tire rotation, radiator flush, just whatever's clever, and they'll throw in the AC Freon check free. Bob Schaefer and the boys at Just Right Auto Repair, just west of West Street on the north side of Central, know that riding around in that vehicle with a malfunctioning air conditioner can make your attitude not quite just right. Just Right Auto Repair, 942-4747, 942-4747.
It's the 83rd NBC World Series on the Big Talker 1480 and 102.5 KQAM. I'm Brad Streeter. That's Scott Stiles back over there.
This is the inning. They need to get something going, Brad. Top the order up.
For the Blacksox, Jones, the center fielder, has been up. This is his 4th time to give it a shot and see what he can come up with.
Jarrett Seaton has gone the whole way for Great Bend and has given a heck of an effort tonight in this heat. Still 90 degrees out at 9:03 right here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium, the 83rd annual NBC World Series.
Powered by Westar Energy.
Oh, Westar. What a great sponsorship that is to NBC.
4-2 the count, right? Or 4-2, rather, the score right now, as the Batcats are leading this one.
You all right, Giggles? Oh, there you go. There's
Jones
a charge.
Puts a little bit of a bump into it. And a nice play by the right fielder covering an awful lot of ground.
Sure did.
Puts that one away.
Right on the warning track. Great job. He got a great break on that. That is 28 Jordan Wilkerson, who broke with the swing and made a great run effort, because that was definitely a double, possibly a triple.
It's going to bring up the second position hitter, the left fielder, Marcus Reagan.
A lot of times, Brad, when you see this is their 3rd, 4th time through, you start timing his stuff up a little bit. And that time, Trey Jones put a charge in it, but unfortunately, right fielder made a good play. Yeah, he swung. Yeah, they checked it and got him.
So 0-2 the count on Reagan. Crowds a plate and then backs off just a little bit. The pitch, going to stay outside just a little bit, and he gets a piece of it. 1 out here for the Blacksox. Seaton Jarrett brings it home again. But Jarrett Seaton.
It's a bit outside. You got to get him on with his speed. He's got to find a way to get on here.
1 ball and 2 strikes a count. We got 1 out. going to be right at the center fielder, who moves over just a tad to put that one away. Zuniga just moves just a little bit to right field. Take that one, put it in his pocket for out number 2. Got Siri giving us directions.
Yeah, Siri's
always nice.
My wife's been here for 2 hours, and now she decides to find directions.
Trying to figure out where she wants to go.
She must still be circling the parking lot.
The shortstop, Wallace, is standing in for the Blacksox.
And you wonder why we're together.
First pitch is a strike. And a 61 mile an hour. I'm not sure what that was.
Oh, it's unbelievable how much speed he takes off of these things. And it's no wonder he can go this distance. There's 65 mile an hour on an outside breaking pitch that catches the corner and freezes the batter. Great job.
He brings a fastball back in. That one could get down, and it will, right in front of Zuniga, the center fielder.
It'd be interesting. When I was thinking that he's the left-handed hitter, I'm thinking of Chipper Jones. What Chipper Jones would think of all of a sudden facing a 61 mile an hour breaking pitch. What would happen to that?
Eric Wilkes, the first baseman for the Blacksox, now steps up, and there's going to be a little conversation at the mound. Maybe that last rip was just a little bit too solid, and we are going to get a pitching change here.
I wouldn't say nothing. I went with 2 outs. I think, well, maybe you're right.
Well, sometimes you go with a little bit of a pitch count. It's really kind of interesting because you don't want to use up your arms. That's one of the things about managing what goes on in the NBC.
They got a long way to go. Yeah. You're exactly right.
So you want to get as much as you can out of every start, but at the same time, you don't want to let a ball game get away. Now, if he's up in a pitch count and maybe have a little bit less going on, Great Bend fans and NBC fans giving Jarrett Seaton a nice round of applause. He goes 5 2/3 tonight as we get ready to close the books on him.
That'd be 6 2/3.
We are in the top of the 7th, are we? Nice job. It's always good to have somebody on top.
That's why I took an inning off.
Very good.
Stretch out and regroup.
That's really good. Thank you. I appreciate that. So 6 1/3 according to official scorekeeper Scott Stiles. That's going to bring in.
Now pitching for Great Bend, number 27, Brock Noten, right-handed pitcher.
Your attention now, pitching for the Great Bend Batcats, number 27, Brock Noten.
Noten or Notten? Notten.
It's however Mama wants to say it that day.
It's the way that it works.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, Brock is what you would expect from a reliever. He's got the height.
I want to thank Big Anthony back in the studio, was producing the show tonight, doing a great job. Always calls into our morning show. Tune in tomorrow on the other side of the airways on Fox Sports Radio KGSO from 6 to 9. Brad and I'll be on taking your calls at 522-1410. And also join in on this channel every Saturday morning for Successful Living with Shannon Stiles. And she has guests from all over the world that are on every Saturday morning that have had successful lives, relationships, and it's been a great show so far. Very proud of you. And I'm not talking to Brady.
Oh, thank you.
I'm proud of you
making sure that I had all of that straight. While we do have Brock Noten or Noten, depending on how you want to go with it, PA announcer Brent Hightower says that it's Noten.
We'll go with him.
All right, then.
That's fine. Ooh.
Rip back up the center, back towards center, and that's a ground ball that's going to get through as Wilkes takes the first offering and lines that one right back where it came from.
He sure did. Great piece of hitting right back up the middle. 2 out and still alive with guys on first and second. And the right fielder, Terrell Hodges, who's put the ball in play every time tonight he's been up.
Hodges, the right fielder, showed a very strong arm a little bit earlier in the ball game.
Yes, he did.
Pitch from Noten. That one's going to be straight back up the middle as well, and that a fine piece of fielding is that will be recorded as a 1-3 out and the third for the Blacksox. So After getting a little bit into the pin, they can't manage to push anything across. 4-2 as the Batcats get ready to come up in the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to the NBC World Series on the Big Talker, 1480 and 102.5 KQAM.
With over 20 years of tire and wheel experience, Wichita Tire and Alignment offers name brand tires, wheels, and auto repair services, including alignments, balancing, brakes, struts, and shock absorber work. Great customer service and great prices are our highest priority. We employ a well-trained staff specializing in the sale and installation of passenger car, performance and light truck, or SUV tires. Special tire size requests are welcome. Call us at 522-2919 or visit us at 4460 South Seneca in Wichita. We are Wichita's full-service tire center. Call Chris at Wichita Tire and Alignment.
When you think e-graphics,
hey,
220 South Washington and Wichita, do you think of some of the highest quality vehicle window tinting in South Central Kansas?
You
should. And
Amy,
right now,
you were out here,
this
right?
radio ad at e-graphics and
no?
get 30% off your vehicle's window tinting. Imagine cutting 99% of harmful UV rays. You can save the interior of your vehicle and your skin from sun damage. And you don't have to get into a hot car on a summer day. E-graphics window tinting with a lifetime warranty, 262-8468.
Back to action at the NBC on KQAM, and it's Corrigan Bartlett, the left fielder, that stands in. Romero follows him with Fontenot after that, the designated hitter. And a first pitch strike from Devin Malone. Batcats coming up here in the bottom of the 7th, seeing if they can maybe pad this 4-2 lead just a little bit.
Still throwing in the low 90s, high 80s on that fastball.
Just like we usually do in our wiffle ball games.
Absolutely.
Nothing like a 90-mile-an-hour wiffle ball.
Then the next day I try to find my arm. 1 ball, 2 strikes, middle of the 7th. Batcats lead this game 4-2 over the Blacksox of Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
You say Mississippi or you say Mississippi?
Mississippi.
All right. It was fouled off at
the way
plate.
Trey said it today on our show.
Very good.
You know, what a personality. Can you imagine the bus ride down here with those guys? Wow.
What if there's a chance we might be able to just take a road trip with
the stories we could tell Mom.
He's going to get past the catcher.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, Devin Malone has still managed to maintain. So as a middle reliever coming out here, I'd like to see him start a ball game.
Yeah.
Malone comes set and brings that one
home.
Yes, he did.
We'll
check the first base strike. It was called by the first base umpire. Swung all the way through, tried to hold up. Bartlett couldn't do that, so he'll get the swinging strike sit down. And that's 1 out for the Batcats. Romero, the first baseman, now coming up for Great Bend.
Tonight's Oxy Fresh carpet cleaning cleanup hitter. First baseman number 21, Hunter Romero.
How about that? He even has sponsorship.
Cleanup hitter brought to you by OxyClean.
That's not bad, Eric.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Good job.
So you know, be wearing a patch.
There's a slicing foul ball that's going to go up the right field line. It's going to make it into. It's going to make it into.
He had no play, but they're going to call something here because you have to let it hit the ground.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Oh, boy.
We got a ruling here. Look, he's coming in to talk.
So what happened was the ball gets sliced right up the right field line.
Seriously, you got to let it hit the ground.
Yeah.
You cannot field that.
Well, what happened was the ball gets sliced up the right field line. It starts bending back into the
and let's be honest,
right field.
He wasn't going to make the play.
He bounces into it goes into the right field bullpen. And what's funny is, without a slide, how far was he away from the ball?
Oh, good 10 yards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the right fielder for Hattiesburg, Hodges, comes sliding in. Not going to be. I mean, if he's waiting to be touched down,
but
for a first down, he could slid for 10 yards.
Well, the thing is, the bullpen pitcher catches it.
Yeah.
And now Trey's coming out to argue.
Well, this will be a good way to at least get everybody fired up. I think what he's going to argue is that the left fielder Hodges had to slow down and was concerned. Most of the time you've got everybody just kind of scattering just a little bit. But you've got one of your bullpen mates who's down there making a great play. And then he kind of realizes what he's done.
Now Greg Mudd has got an argument on his hands.
Well, it's not a good one.
Realistic, I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I really think he should be called out. You got to let it hit the ground. In all fairness. In baseball, that is the rule.
Yeah, Greg
but
Mudd's
Trey lost the argument.
That's right. Well, and I don't think you can assume an out. If there was something that was, if it was over and there was a possibility of making a play, but that almost goes back to a Bartman situation. That one was out of play, reaching into the stands. This was a little bit different. It's going back into the bullpen, and the bullpen here in Wichita at Lawrence Dumont Stadium is in what I would say in quote-unquote fair territory. Now, not fair from the standpoint of being between the lines, but it's something that if you're over there, you got to get out of the way. But everything that's out on the field, if you're going to be stumbling over coolers or anything like that, tripping over gloves, you go in there at your own peril. That's the way it goes. So we're back to baseball, and a nice rip line drive right towards right field, but a nice job by the second baseman, Parks, who promptly throws it past the shortstop as they wheel it around the horn and bounces that one all the way back down into the Blacksox bullpen.
These guys kind of look like they went to your baseball academy.
Well, I was thinking maybe Warren Hardy's, but nobody hit the dirt.
Yeah, nobody fell down face first. He'll never live that down. Two Hall of Fames, and he can't throw it across home plate.
And listen, now that we're on the NBC YouTube channel, there's a good chance that this is probably going to get worldwide exposure in the event that it hasn't already done it. You can friend Scott Stiles.
Yeah, go to
on
Scott
Facebook.
Stiles' Facebook page, and I will post it again.
Unlock the magic.
It was hashtagged by ESPN as one of the worst throws on opening ceremonies, which our mayor of the city, Mayor Jeff Longwell, did a great job Saturday night. Nice gap shot there. That's going to be going to the fence. This could be 3 with his speed. Nope, he's going to cut it. He's going to get. He's out by a mile.
How about that? Fontenot comes around. He had the speed, but a nice relay. Everything set up really well. All the way from the Seven Clans Casino sign on the fence that's hanging out in, for the most part, left center field. So a nice job getting that one taken care of. And Greg Mudd has the put-out call at third. Fontenot was caught trying to stretch that double into a triple. The Batcats still lead this thing 4-2 as we head to the top of the 8th. The Blacksox are coming up, Hattiesburg and Great Bend on the 83rd NBC World Series, powered by Westar Energy on the Big Talker 1480 and 102.5 KQAM.
There's great specials at Davis Liquor Outlet every day of the week. All 7 days of the week, you can take 20% off cases of liquor every day at Davis Liquor Outlet. If you're a connoisseur of wine, that's fine. 7 days a week, 25% off all wine cases. Wednesdays take 15% off craft beers, and Thursdays 20% off any wine. With even more coupons available online at davisliquoroutlet.com. 4 independently owned locations to serve you across Wichita. Davis Liquor Outlet.
Jesse Soria of Cholitas Mexican Restaurant at Central and Tyler talks a little bit about success.
Each and every one of our customers that come in, we want them to come back. We want them to enjoy their meal. We want them to be happy. If for some reason we send you some food and let's say it doesn't taste right, let us know. I'm going to bend over backwards to take care of you. Our goal 30 years ago was to please every customer, and that is still our goal today.
Cholitas Mexican Restaurant, Central and Tyler.
I had a little bit of extra time there at the start of the top of the 8th because the Tuesday night dance party wasn't over with up the third baseline.
They called it junk in the trunk, and it went into overtime.
Well,
some people couldn't get their junk out of the trunk.
In some aspects, that's probably a good thing. The designated hitter, Danzy, for the Hattiesburg Blacksox, steps in and gets ready to get things rolling here as we are in the top of the 8th. And the Batcats of Great Bend leading 4-2. First pitch from the reliever is going to be bounced back over towards the second baseman. Managed to take the high hop. And Barnes to Romero, that's going to be recorded as an out.
You know, they are first pitch hitting and swinging team, aren't they? Man, they don't mess around. It hasn't been productive.
Missed it by that much.
But they're still hacking away at that first pitch.
Third baseman Williams stands in now. Walked his first time up in the second. Flew out to left field back in the fourth. And then managed to score after a base hit back in the sixth. Let's put us at 4-2 right now, with Great Bend leading. He's going to stay inside for ball number 2. Another pretty decent crowd out here tonight as we get ready for the 9:30 game.
Really happy with the crowd, yes. Temperature still in the high 80s, but great crowd. Game going off at a nice pace.
2-1 the count, 1 out.
Nice pitch.
Williams, the third baseman. Everything's evened up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Jalen Williams is one of those pitchers that has taken. He's gotten a walk tonight and really worked the pitches well. And there you go.
Rips
Good
that one
piece of hitting.
Back up the middle, and that one's going to be fielded by the center fielder, Zuniga. Zuniga gets that one back in, and Williams is on at first. Patience paid off that time around. Not so much for Danzy, who was jumping all over that first pitch as he led off the inning.
Now the catcher up, Craig Garner. Another tall lefty.
It's going to be just a little bit high.
Number 23, Craig Garner.
Josh a bit outside. I'll be honest with you. Maybe I put too much expectations on Hattiesburg because I really thought that they would, as that one's ripped foul down the bullpen of Great Bend. I really thought Hattiesburg was going to come out ablazing tonight, but after they got that first run, Great Bend really settled down, countered him at the bottom of the second with a run of their own, and then scored the next 3 innings, and that's been the story of the game so far, leading 4-2.
Williams got a pretty big lead over at first. That one's going to be ripped right up the first base line, and it manages to get foul right before it hits the bag. A nice job by Romero just to manage to catch that one. That one popped right on the line, and Romero holding the runner Williams at first. Perfect position just to kind of knock that one down. Williams returns to first and gets a pretty aggressive lead. Garner stands in. 2 balls and 2 strikes as that one misses.
Just a little high.
You know, we were talking about the lead the runners get a little bit earlier, and Williams, the first time that I ever really noticed this was when you used to watch the NBC Game of the Week, and Tim Raines was the guy that they would always watch.
Almost have 2 feet on the turf.
Yeah. And you would see that, and you were, you know, and Garagiola's over there, former catcher, and he's talking about, you know, that big lead that he's already got. And Raines at that time, I mean, you still had Henderson in the league, you still had Raines, you still had multiple guys on teams that were still managed to
double play, Brad.
Done. Bounces this one up to the first baseman, so that's going to be a 1, a 3, and we've got some interference up at second base. So they're going to go ahead and call the interference, and they're going to also pump him out at first. So a double play due to the interference. So that erases the threat. Garner bounces into a double play because of the interference at second with Williams going in. 4-2 is where we stand. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Your favorite time of the night is coming up. We'll get your review here on Sweet Caroline in just a few seconds. It's the NBC World Series 83rd edition, powered by Westar Energy on the Big Talker 1480 and 102.5 FM KQAM.
Hello, everyone. This is the X-Man, Xavier McDaniel. I always played on a winning team, whether it was with the Shockers or in the NBA. When I look for a winning team in the insurance business, hands down, it's Bill Balls, Allstate Insurance Agency. With over 30 years of providing insurance coverage in the Wichita area, this is a slam dunk, in my opinion, of who I want on my insurance team. Give them a call today at 316-773-9864. And tell them the X-Man sent you.
Did you know that AutoSmart offers fleet service? AutoSmart features certified ASE technicians and same-day service for your fleet. AutoSmart will perform computer diagnostics on your vehicles, and they'll determine what repairs need to be done with your approval. You can get your fleet of vehicles serviced at AutoSmart, including brake jobs, oil changes, along with turning rotors and getting new tires.
Right on.
Also offers a new 36-month or 36,000-mile warranty on service done, including parts and labor. With 2 convenient locations, call them today for your fleet at 316-524-2277.
Okay, back to baseball. We got Sweet Caroline going into the inning. Scotty, what did you think?
I'm sweating.
Fan participation could have been better, or you were right what you expected?
It was pretty good. They were all looking up at us. I was directing traffic, and we got the bop-bop-bops down. And so good. But now back to baseball. As Jordan Wilkerson leads off the bottom of the 8th with a shot to left field for a base hit.
And squaring around to bunt now and trying to push that one in to just get a little bit of an insurance run. The catcher,
Brooks Asher, looking down the third base coach, who gets the bunt sign, I'm sure, again. I'm surprised the third baseman, Jalen Williams, is playing so far back. It's a bunt situation. He's already showed his hand. Now we got a steal. Oh, wow. Oof.
Nice job just getting that one backed up.
Good job of knocking it down. Errant throw by the catcher on the steal.
Stolen base for Wilkerson. Asher's got an opportunity now with no outs.
Wilkerson's first stolen base of the NBC World Series.
And the gun reading on that was 34 miles an hour. Not sure what we were referring to there.
They got the toss back to the pitcher for some reason.
All right, so 2 strikes, nobody out.
Either that or Warren Hardy's back on the mound, I don't know. Good block by the catcher.
Gardner managed to shuffle that one.
Gardner's really been a workhorse behind the plate tonight as well, having to block a lot of balls and be that human backstop that you want your catcher to be.
1-2 the count right now. And Malone still dealing for the Blacksox.
That's one question we need to ask Kevin D. Jenks is, what's the count of baseballs they go through in this tournament? Shannon asked me during the commercial break, and I had no idea. I know at Wimbledon they use 53,000 tennis balls this year.
Oh, yeah. Everybody gets a fresh can as soon as you come through the gate. 1-2 the count. Asher's going to dribble that one up the third base line, foul. And a nice job by the third base coaching staff there for the Great Bend Batcats.
Talk about a bear paw.
Well, that one didn't have much of a chance, did it?
No. Grabbed that like a donut. 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Great Bend leads Hattiesburg 4-2. Swing and a miss.
First base unoccupied. They'll throw it on down. Garner to Wilkes for the out. Nice swinging strike. And brings up the third baseman Pomeroy.
Third baseman number 3, Dawson Pomeroy.
Dawson gets ready to step in there. A little conversation going on the mound with the
probably with the guy on second. A lot of times what this conversation is, Brad, is they're going to change the signals up a little bit so you can't tell the signal hitter what's coming at you. They'll change them up here like I alluded to earlier. Hattiesburg was signaling the pitches to the batter when they were on second base. So that's a good job by the catcher to want to change things up a little bit.
So the third baseman Pomeroy steps in from the left side. And they're using as much of that pitch clock as they possibly can right now. 4-2 the score. And the Batcats are leading right now. And at bat, that one's going to be ripped right back up the middle. Wilkerson's going to freeze before he decides to make a move, so that cost him a couple of steps perhaps.
I see a pitching change on the horizon.
A nice move by Pomeroy, just getting the bat on the ball and driving that one back up the middle. So we've got a first and third situation that is going to be developing right now, and Malone is going to be done.
Well, I don't know. He just pushed it. Coach just pulled him back, so we'll see.
Well, it did look like he was
now
on
he's
it.
coming. Yep.
Thought I saw the hand go down, but sometimes it really kind of depends. Some guys will give it to you about shoulder height. Some will go above the head. Others will just kind of give you the little out of the pocket, hey, how you doing, and then they'll bring in the pitching change. So a nice job by Devin Malone tonight, coming in the top of the 4th. And if I'm doing my math right here, Scotty,
yes, sir,
making sure that I am, 4, 5, 6, that's 3, into the 7th, 5, and a 3rd. Thank you very much. Just making sure that I've got it all right. It's been a while since I've been able to do this. For those who don't get a chance to do it very often and don't pay attention, hello, like me, sometimes you have to be able to pull that off. Bring in the left-hander. Caleb Danzy, who has been the DH tonight, will stay in his position as a designated hitter. Don't have to worry about him for a little while because Blacksox are going to have to put together something in the top of the 9th, or this ball game is going to be over with, and they're going to be 1-1 in Pool D.
Yeah, then they'll be forced to win that next game.
So Danzy comes in to try to nail things down here with 1 out.
Oh boy.
And he's a big guy and really likes to rock that ball back.
Yeah, that one just hit the mascot.
Did we lose Stitches?
He's thrown 3 pitches and they all hit the backstop. So this is going to get interesting here.
Maybe
we lost Stitches, the mascot.
Maybe that's all we need is just if you happen to be a Black Sox fan, you're just looking for a little bit of a wild thing. Let that be something that,
oh boy,
kind of steps out there on you. Well, Devin Malone did a great job while he was in there.
He did. He did a hell of a job. He did. Held him to what, 1 run?
Yeah, 1 run in the 4th.
Yeah.
And that run was going to be charged to Wes Wilkinson, who went 3 full innings and then couldn't manage to get out of the 4th. The pitcher here who managed to bring just a little bit of heat. That last pitch was at 83.
Yeah, he's been around the mid-80s.
So this is going to be a little bit more of a change for what the Batcats were seeing from Devin Malone a little bit earlier when he's gassing it up there at about 90, 93, 94. Would you say he's country strong?
Oh,
does he have that look?
Yeah, he could throw some bales of hay as far as I'm concerned. Tree trunks for legs and a barrel chest, and he brings it. He's one of those left-handers you just don't want to hit it against because you don't know where in the heck it's going. It's hard to dig in. I'm being serious.
So Dancy is in and on the mound. Runners at 1st and 3rd, 1 out. And for the Batcats, it's the center fielder, Zuniga.
I like that idea. 1st and 3rd, 1 out, put a bunt down, force the infield to make a play. Like that philosophy by Great Bend. I wouldn't be surprised they try to steal here as well.
There's another bunt.
But see, you got what that does. That puts pressure on the hitter to throw strikes, and he's doing a good job of pulling the bat back and just bunting at strikes. And so far, it's 2 balls. When a pitcher sees you square around when you're coming to the plate, that throws him off a little bit. And both pitches have been high.
Pomeroy at 1st for Great Bend. Wilkerson at 3rd.
That one about hitting.
Playing it kind of safe as far as their leads are concerned right now. And really don't have to do a whole lot.
He threw 1 strike in warm-ups, and now he hasn't thrown a strike once the game resumed.
Yeah, and for this situation, you really just want to be able to get out of the inning. Black Sox left-hander comes set.
He took some off of that and still couldn't get across, and now we're going to make another pitching change, I think.
And we've got the bases loaded situation that Coach Trey Abbey was really trying to stay away from. Didn't want to get too deep in here. Didn't want to use up Danzy. Looks back down. Manager Trey Abbey looking back down into
Surely
the
Trey
Black
Abbey's
Sox.
not going to let him. He's got to make a change here, doesn't he?
Well, he's looking back down towards the bullpen and just says, you know, keep working. And I think they're going to try to stretch as far as they can as far as the pitch clock is concerned to give a little bit more time to next man up.
Wow, you have nowhere to put him, though. If he throws a couple balls here, you'll make a change. There's a strike.
Boy, that one came across. As big as he is, whenever he brings it, even if it's 84 miles an hour, it still looks like it's gassing up
But
there.
one thing about you're facing Peyton Barnes, the leadoff hitter for the Batcats, who is a pretty darn good hitter. Came in batting 600 in this series. Ooh,
Barnes
swung for the hills there.
Might want to take the M off of Metropolitan Baptist Church.
Wow.
Make sure everybody's safe over there.
Now that was a cut there.
2 strikes on the batter. Barnes, the second baseman for the Batcats. A lot of Jayhawks, a lot of Cougars from Barton County on this team. Danzy brings it home, takes a little bit off. That one misses.
Wow.
Ball 1. Looked like that one was somewhere in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Greg Mudd, the home plate umpire, was questioned on that one where that one was at, but was high.
Got bases loaded. And the Batcats looking for damage. And Danzy looking for strikes. The left-hander hasn't been able to find too many of them. Got 2 and 2 right now on Barnes. This would be a huge out if he can just manage to punch this one through.
Little flare. It's
Ripped
going to
that
drop. Oh, played short enough.
Caught a nice throw coming all the way back in, and a nice job.
Wow, that was a big out there, Brad. Big out.
Well, an interesting situation, too, because Danzy was the one that was standing in the middle of the infield cutting that one off.
Yeah.
Usually you don't see that.
No, usually the first baseman has that cutoff, but it was so short, the first baseman didn't have time to get over there, and the pitcher took the cutoff. That's a way to battle back, and great patience by Coach Trey Abbey for leaving him in there, because that would have been hard to do.
Well, the shortstop Sims gets in now, and he's been able to put the bat on the ball and be a little bit disruptive so far this evening. He puts that one almost in the stratosphere. That's going to be the second baseman. Oh, the second baseman for the Blacksox. Parks could not get underneath that one. It kept drifting and drifting and drifting. That one hits the ground and everybody running. That is a backbreaker.
I told you the wind had picked up here in the last couple innings, and it was a mile high in the air. And the shortstop really has to take charge of that ball, and he didn't make a move. The second baseman was on an island, and he kept drifting farther and farther back towards center field, and the wind just carried it over his head. I mean, that's one of those plays, once again, where you give a team too many outs, and that kudos to Great Bend for running hard. All 3 runs scored, cleared the bases on that pop-up to the second baseman.
Yep. Just like you're taught to do, as soon as the ball gets into play.
With 2 outs.
With 2 outs, everybody moves. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Corrigan Bartlett.
That's a backbreaker right there.
Really is, especially when you thought you'd managed to pitch your way out of a situation.
Yeah, he did it. Came in and did his job. You're exactly right.
Danzy got the pitch that he was wanting and got the play that he thought that he was wanting. Next offering coming across. Rolls up as a strike, and Bartlett is got an even count at 1-1. 2 outs.
Those are plays that just can't happen. And when you get to championship week, those plays cannot happen at all because you won't be here long. Good teams capitalize on that, just like Great Bend's doing right now.
Well, for Parks, you're standing out there, you get a chance to think about this one for a while. 3 runs come across with the pop-up that wasn't an out.
Yeah.
7-2 is where we stand right now. The Batcats still batting here after putting 3 on the board in the bottom of the 8th.
And you got to rule that probably a hit because it wasn't even touched.
And with an attempt at a
now Hattiesburg starting to lose composure now.
Yeah, and that was just kind of a situation where, as a catcher, you're getting ready to try to have to throw down to second. You try to put something on it, and you put just a little bit too much on that one. Turner just uncorked a throw that was probably about 20 feet over second base. Bartlett's still there. Runner's now moved over to second. And we've got a count is still 2-2. 2 outs. And Sims, who hit that mile-high pop-up, the shortstop for the Batcats, is at second. Big swing and a miss. Throw down on the bobbled ball from the catcher Garner is going to be recorded as an out. So, a little bit of damage done when it looked like maybe the Batcats were going to be retired with the bases loaded. 7-2 is where we're at right now. Great Bend leading Hattiesburg as the NBC World Series 83rd edition, powered by Westar Energy, rolls on from Lawrence Dumont Stadium in Wichita on the Big Talker, 1480 and 102.5 KQAM.
Are you having trouble getting your crop out of the field due to the wet conditions? Susie Track Systems for your combine has state-of-the-art technology. Our rubber track systems places very little stress on the ground, even in extreme conditions created by muddy or wet soil, which significantly reduces soil compaction. Outstanding traction removes wheel slippage, which prevents your machine from bogging down, fuel wastage, lost time, and surface correction, which equals money wasted. Susie International has 48 years experience in the track business, and Preferred Equipment has 15 years in the ag track business. If you are interested in this kind of time, money, and field savings that we are offering with our track systems, then call Don at 620-899-8380 or 620-585-2208. Also ask about our lease options. That's Susie Track Systems. Give us a call today.
This is NBC Baseball on the Big Talker, KQAM.
Fred Streeter and Scott Stiles back at Lawrence Dumont Stadium, and second pitch swinging. It's the second baseman Parks for the Blacksox as he manages to bounce it back to the pitcher, and Naughton is going to toss that one over for the out. So one away as we head to the top of the ninth. 7-2 your score, and the Great Bend Batcats about to go 2-0 unless there is some type of a outbreak here from the Blacksox from Hattiesburg. Jones, the center fielder, steps in and watches that one miss for ball one. Had a 4-2 ball game in the bottom of the eighth, and then a pop fly that would just not come down. I think NASA was probably tracking that one, Scotty.
It was up there. Off the plate there.
Off the plate. That's going to be bounced right over the third baseman, who probably needed to take a little bit of a step back, but as soon as that one hit the ground, it just started picking up a little bit of steam. So that one's going to go as a base hit. Jones is going to be on at first, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Marcus Reagan. Reagan flew out his last time at bat.
Left fielder number 6, Marcus Reagan.
So Marcus stands in with the runner at first and Jones. And the pitch from Naughton. It's going to catch the outside corner for strike number 1. That's right, I did. It was a drinking foul. I apologize for that. If it's there and it's open. That's why I can't go to restaurants anymore.
You've been barred from the city restaurant.
I have. You going to drink that one? Bring it over here. 1-1 the count to Reagan. Stands in and
heads up.
Shots that one right on down to the very far end of the stand.
One thing I like about Wichita State University X Stadium, Tyler Field, is where they have the nets up along the first and third base side now. Because you got to pay attention here because it's wide open. Foul ball gets on you quick.
It looks like Marcus might have broke the bat, so he's going over to get a new piece of lumber. These bats these days, you don't just buy those off the rack.
No, these are presented by Major League Baseball. Helps provide these bats for the conference during the regular season, that sort of thing.
1-2 the count. Naughton comes set, checks his runner over at first, brings it home. It's a little bit off. And just fouled back.
Oh, Greg Mudd still got the arm. Home plate umpire. Hattiesburg's got to be deflated after that inning, Brad. There's a little flare. It's going to drop.
He's going to be in there for a base hit out to left field. So Nice piece of hitting by Reagan. Managed to stay alive and managed to poke one just to get it enough over the shortstop that it bounces in for a base hit. So runners at first and second. And the shortstop, Bo Wallace, is coming up. Bo's kind of been in a hard luck situation so far this evening. He did have a strikeout back in the third.
Yeah.
Managed to get a hit back in the seventh. He could use one right about now. One's going to miss to Wallace for a ball. One ball, no strikes, and one out for the Blacksox.
Wow, bad cut there.
You know, Naughton has been relatively consistent, about 86 over the last 3 or 4 pitches.
Yeah.
His heat is up there, and then he can also fool you with the off-speed stuff, which I'd expect right about now.
Oh, boy. Good call there.
Well,
68-mile-an-hour breaking pitch. It's like Hattiesburg's never seen a breaking ball before. I mean, they are just swinging from their heels and not laying back and letting it get there.
1-2 the count. And that one is fouled back. Someone's going to get a souvenir.
And then they bring an in mid-80s fastball after seeing 64 and 65 mile an hour, 20 mile an hour difference, and it gets on you before you know it, and you foul one back, barely make contact. Great job of mixing up their pitches tonight by the staff of the Batcats.
Still 1-2 the count. 2 runners on, first and second. That one's going to come behind the batter. Wallace.
He was just in the box waiting for it to hit him. He's
rings the shoulder.
Well, where'd it go?
Looks like you're waiting for the curve to bite, and it didn't. Evens up the count. 2-2. Batters move up.
That's where you close your eyes and you just hope it don't hurt.
So the Blacksox not going quietly into the night. Here in the top of the ninth. 7-2 the score. Runners at second and third. There's a flare that
should be
caught. Back out to right field. Wynn not playing any havoc with that one as Wilkerson puts that one away. And runners stay put. Not really wanting to challenge the arm, and now you've got 2 outs. And Wilkes is first baseman that will be stepping in.
Eric struggled to play tonight as well. Had to make a lot of plays at first base off the bag. Had a couple bobbles. It's not been a great night for Wilkes. Late on that one.
Big swing by Wilkes. Everything but the barn on that one. 1 strike. So far this evening, relatively tight as far as the everything but the score. 11 hits for the Batcats, 10 for the Blacksox, 2 errors apiece. But the score is still separated by 5, 7-2. Top of the ninth. And the Blacksox down to their final out.
I can't help but think if it's still a 4-2 game, what the situation would be like right now. With 2 guys on and 2 outs.
Nice strike being pumped across there by Brock Naughton. And with 2 strikes.
Almost think that he's going to come. He's throwing 2 fastballs in a row. See if he throws something breaking here. He's got some room to play with. Yep, got him.
He sure did. That one's in the dirt. Catcher's going to throw that outside, and that's going to be your final out. Well, it was close while it lasted, but then all of a sudden, some unfortunate plays for the Blacksox kind of spell the doom for Hattiesburg tonight. We'll come back to wrap things up. 7-2 your final. The Great Bend Batcats 2-0 now in Pool D at the NBC World Series, powered by West Star Energy. I'm Brad Streeter. Scott Stiles. We'll wrap things up when we get back at Lawrence Dumont Stadium on the Big Talker 1480 and 102.5 KQAM.